All right. Yeah, I think. All right. I think we're good now. So again, sorry about that. I do need to take one little quick break because I've been really scrambling to get this stream up. Yeah. How to give. In the meantime, people can have time to join, and hopefully everything's cool. But if not, man, I don't know. I'm trying to be chill about this because it is a little bit stressful to scramble to do this. Um, but yeah, I'm just staying chill about it. And if not, maybe some other day. Cause yeah, like I said, it can be pretty fucked up to there we go, I just cursed. Now I have to be cognizant of the fact that I'm on YouTube, which yeah, it's whatever. Just making sure everything is running smoothly here. In the meantime, people will have time to join. There's literally nobody in here. I'm all alone. I'm so sad, you know. But cool, that's fine. Hopefully those of you who are on the BC, you've been able to see the update that I made. That um, yeah, I couldn't get the other thing to work, man. So I had to just cop out and come here because I still really wanted to do this live stream for you guys. So, but anyways, I'm gonna just give me a few minutes. I want to check some things. I gotta take a piss. I want to make sure the stream is running smoothly. You know. So in the meantime, people can come in, make themselves comfortable. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, so we're back. Um, yeah, what's up? Oh, 30, give me 20 seconds. All right, sorry about that. I had to fix some stuff. There's only one other person here. That's fine. But yeah, um, What's up, Hoppa? What's up, JYU? I'm gonna pretend like there's 1,000 people in here because that's just how I do. But anyways, so we have some things to talk about. I was working on my next video, so I had a lot of stuff like written down already. So I'm gonna get into that. Um, Hard to live stream. Not really. Like you kind of have to get into the flow of it because yeah, you just do. It's a routine. It's like practicing for a sport or something. You got to work the muscles and all that stuff. I'm kind of just jumping right back into it out of nowhere. Um, Ironically, because I saw that BitChute fireworks. They're still popping fireworks. That's crazy. They're still doing it. They're still popping. Anyway, so yeah, like live streaming is like you gotta work. You gotta get your reps in to really get comfortable doing it again. I'm kind of just naturally comfortable with stuff like this, so it's fine. This is only my sixth one, my sixth live stream. So, but I haven't done it in so long. I need to like get my reps back in so I can. But anyways, ironically, I came back to do this because I saw that BitChute had gotten a live stream function. So I was like, you know what, I gotta start getting into that again. Um, so, but here I am on YouTube. That's crazy because I couldn't get BitChute to work. I don't know if I'm one of the people that I'm just like, because it really seems like they're still ironing out the kinks. There's only a few people on there that can do it, can live stream right now. But I was thinking there's other platforms because I can't really live stream on YouTube like that. I'm on my last strike on this account, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna save the questionable things for a little bit later. But anyways, yeah, lots to talk about, man. And yeah, so there was a 3-year-old black girl. Actually, let me pull up my notes on my phone because I still got it here. There was a 3-year-old little black girl who was raped and Jesus. Here we go. See, I forgot I'm on YouTube. That's gonna get it cut off. I'm gonna check out Rumble. I'm gonna check out Rumble. I'm gonna check out even X. You can stream on X. I'm gonna check out X. I'm gonna check just if it works. If it works and I don't get banned because I just said the rape word that you can't say on YouTube. So look, I gotta stream in such a way where it's like they might cut me off because I just talk the way that I talk. That's just how I talk, and I don't really like to self censor and all that. I think that is lame. Um, but so that's really all I care about. Unfortunately, YouTube is the most uh workingest platform. So and I hate that. I'm gonna get into that too because I have a lot of like stuff written down about that. Here we go with the mosquitoes. They love to come around 9 o'clock, and it was super hot today, man. The humidity was like 68%. It was brutal. If the real feel was like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, YouTube is terrible, man. I mean, it's bad for so many reasons. It's mind control, and I'm gonna get into that because I do have my written material because I was just gonna do a regular video, but then I was like, oh, BitChute has a live stream now, and then it doesn't work. Amazing, incredible, so frustrating. But hey, I really thought I had it figured out too. I was like, I'm gonna be so on time. I'm gonna be there at 9 o'clock exactly, and it's like, nah, didn't work out, but that's fine. It's like they say. That's why I said inshallah in the thing, like inshallah, because God, man makes plans and God laughs. And I knew something was probably gonna happen. But anyways, so I got some stuff. I was talking about the 3-year-old girl who was abused in the worst possible way that a child can be abused and killed by a psychotic Caucasoid. I just think that word is funny. White man, in other words. His name is something Fisher. I forgot his exact name. But he's one of those dudes you could tell he's crazy. He kind of looks like me. That's what I'm always disturbed when the dude kind of looks like me. But he did, and I'm like, all right, yeah, he's one of those dudes that you can just see he's crazy. You can see it in his eyes. There's always a look in the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul, as they say. And it's like I told you guys though, the B dubs, as we call them black women. Their wombs is where slavery begins, unfortunately. you know, unfortunately. And I'm getting old. Again, if they cut my shit off, 'cause it's like I'm already. This is literally the first paragraph of what I had written down. This is like a 1 hour video, man. I wanted to stream for at least a few hours. The written material alone is like 1 hour. One first paragraph. First paragraph. This is why I can't really do the YouTube, man. It's like it's like you're in a magic circle, right? You're just standing in a magic circle, and it's like it's so small, it's so small. And you don't know where the boundaries are exactly. There's so many just fucked up analogies as to how YouTube works. But whatever. If it gets cut off, man, I'll just do a regular video. I always have to add that disclaimer just in case, because that just sucks. But anyways, so yeah, I'm getting old, man, and it's like if life is a marathon, then uh, and there's a checkpoint. There's checkpoints, right? So I was just thinking like every decade of your life is kind of like a checkpoint if you think about it. Especially like big numbers like 30. I've been trying to open this beer for so long. I'm just like Dave Chappelle. And it's like I can't open it with one hand though. It's too tight. Pause. Oh, there we go. I got it. Um. Anyway, I should. Jeez, I already got one open. I don't know why I'm opening this one. The fuck is wrong with me? But anyway, so yeah, every decade of life is like a checkpoint in the marathon, and I'm just like pacing myself. You know, I have lots of reasons to think that I will not make it much longer, and I've kind of gone into detail about that here and there. I can see myself getting to 40, to age 40, but I can't see 50. I can't see 60. I admit, I have to admit, but I guess we'll see. You never know. Life has a way of surprising you. Um, I stopped having fun a long time ago. There's no point. It's over. It's over, man. And it's like with most people, most people don't really want to run with you. Hey, you're by yourself out there. Who is that? Hey, stop making noise. I'm trying to. Obsidian Pill's trying to live stream here, dummy. But anyway, yeah. And it's like, are people encouraging you when you're going through your marathon? Or are they running with you? You know what I mean? I was just thinking about that recently, and it seems like no. It's like they halfway hope you're gonna drop out, which in a way that makes you want to keep going. You know, but it's like fuck you. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Just watch. The fact, the negative reinforcement in a way kind of makes you want to keep going. You know, it kind of makes you want to keep going. So yeah. Um, does this update? This doesn't seem to update quickly enough. Oh well. I'll because I got the stream running like in multi, so I'm like just just paying attention. But yeah, um, some people are such assholes. They actually push you down when you're running, and that's because they feel like you're a threat to them winning the marathon, which is fucked up. Again, another f bomb. Oh, this shit is already flagged. My account's been flagged, so hopefully it's flagged in a good way to where it's like I'm under the radar. I don't know, but like I said, if this shit gets cut off, whatever. We'll just keep it moving. Make a regular video on BitChute or whatever, taking a stride. That's life, right? It's a marathon. It's a marathon of abuse, and you just sit there, you take it in stride, you pretend like it doesn't bother you. That there's a great power in that, actually. Not caring. Eastern philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, or whatever. Oh shit. I don't know if you guys see that. I don't know if you guys can see that in the background. I was trying to create like a cool background, but I might show you. I might show more detail on that later, though. I might show some more detail on that. I was even gonna turn the lights off, light some candles and shit. Yeah. I don't know. We might still do that, depending on how long we get to rock here. But yeah, man. I always think of that old black woman who was she's like, they were asking her what do you, because she turned 100 years old or whatever, like when people turn super old and they're like, oh, what do you have to say for yourself? And she was like, the guy was like, what do you How do you feel about life and the fact that you lived this long? He's like, what did you do with your life? She's like, work for white people. That lives rent free in my head. And I just thought to myself, like, that's not gonna be what I have to say. I'm gonna make sure that's not gonna be what I have to say at the end of my life, because that ain't it. That ain't it, bruh. Work for anybody. Never mind white people. Work for anybody. That's not it. I'm not gonna be on my deathbed saying that. Man, that's one thing I can guarantee. But yeah, man. And maybe you could say, oh, that's because people like that woman worked so hard, your ancestors and all that. And I get it. I get it. That's probably fair to say because of the sacrifices of people like the people who didn't get to live as good, that I get to say stuff like that. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the ancestors. I don't want to sound like I'm just being a dick. You know, happiness is genetic. Some studies say it's 30 to 50% hereditable. Yes, I've read that. I've read that exact thing. I've read that exact thing. Um, on the Incel forum actually, and I can't remember exactly. It was a while ago, but yeah, I mean that seems like common sense, doesn't it? Because genetics are you inherit your genetics, so it's like, I mean, if you inherit good genetics, good looks or whatever, but it's still a crapshoot because even if you have good looking parents who are super happy or whatever, and rich and all that, you could still end up really miserable. Of course, like it's still kind of a crapshoot, but you just have like a way better chance in the at the crap table, basically. So yeah, um, my ancestors gave me the opportunity to pay for mediocre pussy that is like 10% as good as what they got, And they also had more testosterone. They had a lot more testosterone apparently, like just a few decades ago, man. So, um, I want to see if my chat is updating quickly enough. All right, it's fine. It should be all right. But yeah, just let me know. You guys want to ask questions or whatever, or if something's going wrong with the stream. It seems to be going good. I'm fucking. That's why I keep looking to the side, like just making sure this thing is going, man. But anyway, it's a one man show. So Austin Holloman is a streamer, so-called passport bro, And I've been laughing at some of his recent content because I just said my ancestors gave me the opportunity to pay for mediocre pussy, and it's like it's just funny. It's just funny how a lot of passport bros cope hard because they're a lot of them don't understand. Like it seems like a lot of guys don't understand when they're paying or like when they're in a beta bucks situation, which is hilarious because like you guys can see what I look like. I shouldn't be the guy who's like savvy to this stuff, but I don't know. I guess common sense ain't common. But it's like I don't come from a school of thought where stepping your game up amounts to paying for pussy. I just don't. I don't know what part of the game that is. I really don't. And people have been criticizing Austin fans, and it's like it seems you just know. And he even mentioned it himself. Like these dudes, they really think that pay for play is the same thing as as everything else. What's up, AZQQ? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. And he talks about a lot of shit like race, like the racial stuff, which of course that there's a whole gaslight to that. Anytime a black guy says that his black male experience is anything less than stellar, people want to jump down his throat. It's like, come on, man. He's not bitching. If you're in jail and you're like, damn, man, it sucks to be in jail. It's like, can we just stop bitching, bro? Stop bitching, bro. Jail is great. Stop whining. Stop playing the victim. It's like, come on, man. If you're in a bad situation, or a situation where it's like, you're kind of maybe experiencing some sort of discrimination, just acknowledging that doesn't mean that you're bitching or playing the victim. It's just like you're just acknowledging it. That's all. You're not sitting there crying about it. You're just like, oh, okay, and then you move on with your life. But anyway, So but yeah, men look at the women that they pay for pussy like women look at the men that they let fuck for free. I think I just kind of make that just kind of clicked for me today. I think that just kind of clicked for me today. Um, yeah. Notice women they think that their marriage options include like the Chads and Tyrones that they let smash for free. Did you notice? Just like the men think that the hoes they pay for pussy really like them like that. And it's like, come on, man. Here we go. I said hoe. I dropped the H bomb. Oh man. But it's like how many? Because there are some situations where it's like a guy will have a side chick or whatever. But it's like how many of the let's say streetwalkers are trying to that you know that you might pay for or whatever. How many of them are trying to be wifed up by you? Like, let's be real. Those women are, and I'm gonna get into that later too. But they do tend to be broken. Even if you were Giga Chad or whatever, like their relationship stuff. People always when I'm on YouTube, Steven, what's up, Steven? People are when I'm on YouTube, people are always like, "You're back." I didn't go anywhere. I literally didn't go anywhere. This is how I know. Why do people just be on YouTube, man? People just be look at my username, man. Look at my username. Look at my username. I didn't go anywhere. Well, I did. I kind of did because I did take like a year off for making content, but I've been back. I've been back since the beginning of this year making content. So, but anyway, um, let me see. Yeah, I still got my whole freaking not the whole video. There's a lot of cliff notes and stuff. But let's see what I was gonna talk about. Yeah, I don't knock P for P, pay for play, prostitution. Yeah, you're not supposed to say that on YouTube, right? All right, okay. I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up. Um, I don't knock it because I just don't like when guys pretend like it's something that it's not. You're paying for pussy. The end. Sorry. In a direct transactional sense. If that's what you like to do, then great. I mean, you're messing the game up for everybody because men aren't supposed to pay like that, in my opinion. But I'm crazy, right? Especially the way guys pay today. It's just insane. Like the inflation, as they call it, hoflation or whatever. Um, yeah, man. That's why some guys get a lot of flack because they overpay, and then the next guy has to pay more. I actually know a lot about this stuff, despite the fact that I've never done it. But I've been around a lot of people on both sides of that coin, whether it's the working girl or like the John or whatever. I've been around a lot of people like who are in that world on one side of the fence or the other. But yeah, the product doesn't get worse. The product doesn't get better. Doesn't get better. Doesn't get worse. Well, actually, you could argue it gets worse because of the way certain attitudes, right? Certain attitudes. But then it's like they do say the higher end, like you get what you pay for. The higher end women, they cost like like it's like real bread. But yeah, it's whatever. I could live with that actually if I had the means. I could live with that. Like a woman who's willing to be a maid, uh, to basically to fulfill every need and to like help you out and stuff like that. Help me basically. I could live with that actually at this stage in life. I'm too old for the romance and all that crap. I tried it. It never worked. It never worked. Naturally. Even if you're Chad, it probably wouldn't really work out, you know, in the long run at least. But that's the power of Chad. Like I always say, they have multiple chicks. So if one chick screws them over, they can just get another one. like it's nothing. Yeah. But yeah, man. It's like Chipotle. It's like Chipotle. Chipotle. There was a moment where Chipotle it blew up so much that the quality of the product just went to crap, and it just started being bad. And now it's actually on the upswing again because it seems like the quality of the product dropped so low to where now it has to come back because people are complaining. They're like, "Nah, we need extra meat in our food, man. It's like it's not enough food." To the point where people literally started going in with their cameras and recording. And then Chipotle was like, all right, when you see somebody with the camera recording you, make sure you put a lot of food. It's like now you get mad food when you go to Chipotle. It's like economics. I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. But anyways, long story short, is that a mosquito? I hope not. Long story short, don't act like you're a Chad just because you pay for box. Because at the end of the day, Chad doesn't have to pay. You know, it's the ebb and flow of the market, and the market is, like I said, hoflation, man, and it's not going away anytime soon, probably. You know, just I would say just 5 6 years ago, it was way easier. Like even I was getting a lot of opportunities compared to today. You know, and that's all you need, opportunity. Chads have power because they have a lot of opportunity. You know, that's really the strength of Chad. I learned that from Chad fishing for so long. I haven't done it in a while, but you know, there's what we're having this evening. Let me have my black moment. Yeah, my black moment. Yeah, yeah, he's actually black. But anyway, not what I usually drink. I just ran out of Everclear. I got the bottle too of that. But anyway, all right. Well, I see I'm not banned from YouTube, so that's cool. It's like there's a sword hanging over my head about to drop, and I was just like, it's hanging on by a thread. It's just like, damn, damn. Wait, am I gonna say the wrong thing? And then they drop the sword. That's some good brew. People think I joke when I say I'm an alcoholic. You know, okay. Get that. Get the ambidextrous. I don't know. I don't know what the word is for that. But okay. Yeah, I was speaking about Chipotle. I'm definitely a fast casual diner. I don't want anything where I have to sit down because that's where my dysgenics is gonna mess me up. I gotta sit down at a table and I gotta be served. Hey, what do you want? What do you want for dinner? Would you like your omelet well done or over easy? And steak. You want your steak well done? I always just get this overwhelming feeling like that people don't want me there, and I don't think I'm imagining things. I really don't. I've had that verified enough. Especially at some restaurant or whatever. It's like they don't want to serve niggas, man. It's like they know they don't want niggas in that restaurant. Oh man. But yeah, restaurant racism is real. I've talked about that. That's a real thing. Passive aggression, all the dumb shit. You got to second guess every little thing. Like, hold on, is this racism? Is this racism? Was that racism? Because I want to know, and I know they're not going to tell me that. I know that part for sure. I know that part for sure. Have I compared Chad versus Tyrone on dating apps? Yes, I have. I mean, I've Chad fished. I've Chad fished on so many different accounts, guy. I've Chad fished on so many different accounts: white, black, mixed. I've had so many Chad fishes, bro. Um, I can go into a little bit of detail on that, but mm, I would say Chad definitely has more. He has more opportunity by a lot. It kind of depends on what there, like with the difference. Because I live in the United States, right? So it's like location is a part of it. But it seems like again, if you look at people like Austin Holloman, it seems like it is pretty much globally the same thing. Especially when you consider how influential America and the Western world is. Um, Chads definitely have more opportunity, definitely by a lot, Because you got to think about it. Like these days, hypergamy is crazy, and women. Oh, actually, Austin Holloman talked about this too. Women will reject you based on nothing. Like, so for example, regardless of how good you look, how much money you make, how tall you are, etc., there's a lot of women who are just gonna be like, "He's black." The end. He's black without even needing to see you. And Austin Holloman shared a story like that. All you have to do is look at one of those balloon pop shows, and you just see like the absolutely minuscule. reasons that a woman will reject a guy. He's short. I don't like his pants. His pants are too tight. Like just really super trivial stuff. Because women have so much abundance that they almost have to search for like nitpicky sort of reasons to eliminate a guy. It's kind of like it's decision paralysis, right? So they have so many options that what happens is, like let's say this bottle. Let's say you have 1,000 of these, right? Which one are you gonna pick? You're gonna start getting microscopic about it and granular. You're gonna start inspecting each individual bottle. Oh shit, there's a chip right here in the glass. Oh shit, they spelled this wrong right here. You know. Oh shit, the glue is not really setting like that on the label. Oh, I don't like the numbers on this expiration date. You're gonna start getting extremely, extremely ultra granular, and that's basically what women do with men. And I say all that to say, just to get back to your question, yeah, Chads have it better for that reason because a lot of women are just gonna eliminate a black guy just because he's black, whereas women will do the same with white guys. But it's because there's a lot of girls who don't necessarily like white guys either. But again, you're kind of going based on the averages. Like if you were to choose, let's say 1,000 women from as diverse background as you possibly can, how many of them are excluding? And again, there's plenty of statistics to back this up. How many of them are exclusionary towards whites, and how many of them are exclusionary towards blacks? If they're being totally honest, which they're probably not, but again, there's still like a lot of data confirming that. So when you put Chad versus Tyrone, or like normie black guy versus normie white guy, I think common sense tells you what's gonna happen. So black guys is more of a niche. You have to look for a niche, unfortunately, of like BBC, that like fetish people, or women who maybe just like black guys or whatever. It might not necessarily be a fetish, but it is certainly more of a niche. And I'm actually gonna get into that because I do have some stuff written about that. But anyways, I think that answers your question. Um, if you have more questions, feel free. Um, but anyways, yeah, I had let's see. I forgot what I was even gonna get into. There's a lot to talk about. I was even gonna get into some books at the end of the stream. So I mean, I gotta save that for the end of the stream. But yeah, um, yeah, I'm not uppity. I'm not an uppity person. I was supposed to have a little preamble before that, but fuck it. I'm not an uppity person, even with the way I communicate. Maybe I should be though, because I realize that passive aggression is like a form of gatekeeping, and even something like purple prose, what they call purple prose, when the writer is like so like pretentious and flowery, and you know almost like sophistry, I guess. But I was just thinking, like, is purple prose actually a good way to gatekeep idiots from consuming your content? I was just thinking about that. Like, maybe that's the angle I never really realized. Yeah, because when people talk like me, and it's like you have, I guess, what you could call highfalutin ideas, but I just try to package it in such a way that's understandable. It's almost an invitation to like the lowest common denominator of normie, you know. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. But I just can't help but think I want to be understood by as many people as possible. But then it's like, why? The average person is dumb, man. They're not really processing my ideas in a way that it was actually meant to be processed. You know, it's like a game developer. You're supposed to say, yeah, people can play the game however they want, but it's like, not really. There were specific intentions that you had when you made the game. You know, did they design Halo so a bunch of teenagers could yell the N word at each other and teabag and all that kind of crap? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, man. I noticed when I was on YouTube, the general audience. And this is no offense to anybody here, because there was a time like when I first started on YouTube, it was just a sea of normies. Like right now, there's no normies really finding my content. It seems, but when I first, I noticed when I was really on YouTube like that, the general audience was dumb and just like saying foolish things. Like it's like because I wasn't really in the algorithm to the point where they could like funnel me into like away from normies, I guess. So, anyways, yeah, man. But anyways, the YouTube algorithm it limits. I talk about this all the time, but it does kind of limit like the thoughts you can even have and express. Think about that. It limits creativity. I don't think people realize how nasty that is. It's like it's insidious. It's mind control. The algorithm really controls what people think in that way. Because it's like certain words will fall out of favor simply based on content creation and influencers. Because you can't really be an influencer or a content creator if you talk about certain things, if you use certain kind of language, stuff like that. You know. So that's why what I need to look into other streaming platforms because BitChute was not working, unfortunately. We already kind of talked about that, but yeah, yeah. I think we're slowly entering an era though where actually intelligent people need to start flexing again and separating themselves. You know, but yeah. As we can talk about Trump, maybe some of you guys want to know what I think about Trump and that whole debacle or whatever. Yeah, my hand is falling asleep. I swear, it's so hot too. But anyway, yeah, he got shot. Right, he got shot supposedly. Blah blah blah. It's kind of boring to me, honestly. Maybe it's fake, maybe it's not. I don't know. They say maybe the feds did it, or some agency, Mossad, Antifa, Ukraine, maybe all of the above. Who knows? Maybe it's a false flag. I don't know. A lot of us already predicted this. I have recent videos. I have even old videos where I talk about the prospect of like, will they actually try to get Donald Trump in that way? You know, a lot of people don't really know. And then the false flag thing starts coming out. People start saying, "Oh, it's a false flag. It's a false flag." And then they're like, "Oh no, people actually died." But it's like one thing people don't seem to understand is that people can die in a false flag, man. People can die. People can die in a false flag. It's happened. Like one of the most notorious false flags was that ship. That ship that got attacked and went down. I'm not gonna say what it is because that's definitely gonna create a context bubble um, on the video. But yeah, man. But it doesn't like people can literally die during a false flag. The false flag is really just there to like it. It's false because you don't really necessarily know the perpetrator or why they did it. That's what makes it a false flag. It has nothing to do with whether people died or not. But anyway, yeah, you do have to ask who benefits from, like, if Trump were to go down. You know, I do kind of wonder that, like, who benefits from that. There's too many players in the game, but only a few of them actually matter. It seems. You know, but yeah, it seems like Trump is being forged in fire right now. Fire and steel. He's going through the hero's journey and all that. Biden is losing some of his biggest supporters. George Clooney, you know, it seems like the Democrats in general, a lot of them, like it's being set up to where it's like, all right, he can't be the candidate and all that, But it all just seems too convenient, like literally the moment everybody starts to agree that Biden's star is declining, this happens, and now Trump is like more popular than ever, and he's like they're playing. 50 Cent is performing his song. Many men wish death on me, and it all just seems too convenient to me. Um, it really does. But hey, I hope my fan is. I got my fan on over there. I don't think it's too loud though. I kind of tested the audio on that. But so yeah, man. So yeah, the stage is being set for Trump to be reelected. It seems. I do think that some people say Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is going to be the Democrat nominee. I don't know, man. He's Chad. He's Chad enough, right? He's Chad enough. He's demonic enough. I can see that, but I don't know. I don't know. But I guess that would be the play. Like, oh, I'm not a felon like him. I'm not getting shot at. I'm way younger than him. He got shot. I mean, my God, we hardly even allow guns where I'm from. I mean, my gosh. What is he, black or something? I think there's enough time on the clock, though, for at least a few more plot twists. Because, I mean, it's July, mid-July right now. There's enough time for some more crazy stuff to happen before November when the election actually happens. So we shall see, man. We live in crazy times. You know, the world is a stage, and I'm gonna get into that too. Yeah, my fucking circulation. I've been laying on my elbow too long. And I'm not trying to be sexy with this fucking open shirt. It's just really that hot. I wanted to take the whole shirt off, to be honest with you, but I'm trying to keep it professional here. But yeah, and yes, I just like to hold my microphone like this. It is what it is. Some people are like, oh, you can just put it on and just leave it. It's like I like to hold it like this. What do you want from me? I look pretty bad from this ankle though, but whatever. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Not, not. I wish. I don't even know. I don't. What does that saying even mean? What does that even mean? Does it mean like you have to be what? You have to be the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The person who is beautiful sees beauty. Is that what? It kind of feels like a dumb saying, I have to say. But hey, maybe I'm just not getting it. um, let's see. I don't know if Trump is really that guy. I think he might be a man between worlds. Yes, he is in the so-called Illuminati. I gotta say it like a retard, right? Because I'm just, oh man, I hate it. I hate it here on YouTube. I really do. But hey, we're gonna push through it, and I'm saving my best for last. I'm not gonna anyway. I don't know if he's really that guy. I like to think, when I say that guy, I mean like the good guy, the bad guy. I don't know. There's still some question marks around Trump to me personally. Um, I like to think that he's one of the biggest threats to the whole cabal. That comes from within the cabal itself, and I admit I just like that story. I really do. I hope it's true, but it's probably more likely that Trump is just another pawn in the game, unwittingly or not. You know, Newt Gingrich said he's not in the club. He didn't go to the meetings. He didn't do the initiations and all that. So like, might be something to that. You can kind of see it. You can kind of feel it, I guess. Not necessarily see it, but yeah. We'll get back to Trump later. Him and his female security guard. They're calling her. She was a part of the Secret Service. That people are making fun of her for DEI. All of a sudden, white people hate DEI now. And as we've been trying to tell you guys, DEI. I've been trying to tell you, DEI is for women and LGBT. I've been trying to say it, but now it's like people are starting to realize it. And now, I think DEI people are gonna stop talking about it because you got to deal with that elephant in the room eventually. That It's mostly white people, white women. Like the same people complaining about it created it and are benefiting from it. You know, it's like, come on, man. What do you want from me? uh, but yeah, we will get back to Trump. Um, yeah, man. I don't think Trump is actually going to be Caesar. Caesar is. I can't even see that. There's this stupid thing in the way. Caesar is coming regardless. Can you elaborate on that? What you mean by Caesar is coming? But Caesar is coming regardless? Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Eventually, you mean eventually there will be like a Julius Caesar type of ruler that will come and like be like, I guess, a populist that will galvanize the people. I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard people say that. I've heard people say that. I've heard people even say not necessarily Caesar, but the guy, the guy who used to go like this, who used to put his hand like this in his salute. That guy, Hitler. But fuck it, I'll say it, Hitler. Ooh. But that's interesting. That's interesting. If anything, you would want, cause well, I guess the thing about Caesar is that he makes the way for Augustus, and then you have a golden age, yay! But I don't know, man. I have to admit, I don't know. I don't know if we're getting a Caesar. I don't know. I could just as easily see the entire American nation collapsing, or like just falling into obscurity or something like that. Let me take these glasses off. There's a lot of glare, and damn. See, now I'm squinting though. Now I'm squinting. But yeah, man. Women. I was gonna talk about women. Gotta love them.
Can't live with him, can't live without him.
You know. Um, it's a mental health crisis. I just saw that thing, and I want to say I've seen it already, but it's talking about how women are becoming more alcoholic and they're even starting to drink more than men. They're really there's clearly some sort of mental health crisis with both men and women. But it's like you would think, damn, well, something's up with women. It seems they're really, and we know the culprits. We know the reasons. We don't need to get into that here on this sensitive platform. We'll just leave that for now. But yeah, they're saying women are drinking more alcohol than ever. But it's like, hey, feminism. That's your brain on feminism. What do you want from me? Sorry. You know. Um, I'm just a dude on the internet. Maybe not. Could be wrong. Yeah, of course, anybody could be wrong. There's no need to really. We're just speculating here, man. We don't know the future. That's what I'm doing. I'm a guy on the internet too. I just got a camera and a microphone, nigga. I'm literally a drunk black man who's losing his hair, drinking a 40 ounce, you know, trying to enjoy my this hot ass day. Yeah, with minimal success, but hey, yeah, yeah. The female mental health crisis. Alcohol. I mean, as an alcoholic, I'll be the first to tell you, not necessarily a great sign of mental health, or health period. But women, it seems like now they have to endure. They have to endure. Modern feminism means that women now have to do like 20% of what men have done historically, while being weaker than men and less energetic and less, just less of everything, to be honest with you. Um, and that's more than enough to create a crisis with their population, which is half the population, obviously. That's enough to create a tipping point, to create a total crisis for women, and you can see it. Seems like you can see it every day. The veneer, they put on a good show of like how happy and wonderful their lives are, but then they're taking Xanax, when they're alone, they're crying themselves to sleep at night, and so I don't know. Maybe they're just in that constant state of flux, where it's like they're super happy, super sad, and just going through these crazy cycles. But where it's like they don't even know what they are, they don't have purpose really, and could just be something more along those lines, I guess. But yeah, man. It's like look at Nora Vincent. Nora Vincent literally offed herself. Um, Countless trans who so-called transition into being men, only to realize how difficult that is. We see that we've seen videos of them talking about how yeah, this is this being a man thing kind of sucks ass. Like, why didn't anybody tell me it was this bad? I should have kept my breasticles. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, I dislike women enough that I'm like, I hate women enough that I'm like, I encourage them. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you go chop your titties out, man. You don't think those are too big? They might be too big. Yeah, go ahead and chop them off. Don't you think they're in the way? It's like, aren't they a bit cumbersome? It's over, man. It's over. It's over. Damn. This YouTube works too good, man. I hate that YouTube work. Why can't we just have both? Why can't we just have a platform that works perfectly like YouTube, but you can say what you want to say on there? Wouldn't that be great? I guess you can't have it all. You can never have it all in life. You can never have it all. Why can't you have a woman with a nice posterior and boobs and face and she's actually a good person who's nice? That would be too much, right? God has to keep you humble. Oh man. Scalp micropigmentation will probably work for you. It's like a tattoo. Yeah, I've considered that actually. I've considered that. But it's like, it's whatever, man. I'm gonna tell you what right now, all right? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm 33 years old. Okay, I'm gonna be 34. I was just outside in this sweltering heat. Like I said, it was the real feel was 100 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Smack dab in the middle of New York City and all that. I'm seeing Chads all over the place with their shirts off, running around. They're in shit. I'm seeing people whose genetics have obviously just given them the, how do I put it? Just given them the trump card, the ultimate trump card. And it's like that's one thing I hate about being a sub chat or whatever is like you're playing catch up. We're just playing catch up. That's it, and we will never catch up. We will never catch up to the people who have uh, more desirable genetics than we do, ever. So it's like, yeah, micropigmentation tattoo and all. I've considered that actually, and it would help. But it's like I'm not the kind of guy that really wants to do what I call, it's kind of like minimal. It's like minimal, what I call minimal LMS increases. Because first of all, I'm too old. I don't really care like that anymore. If I ever did, arguably I never did, even from childhood. I didn't even start pursuing women until I was like 25 years old, and I went into that story many times on my BitChute channel, many times. I'm not going to tell that story again because it was only I regret it actually. I regret not just staying a virgin and all that and trying to actually go out there and get her done and get a job and I regret that. I regret that so much. I regret ever trying. I should have never done it. I should have stayed home, beat my meat, play Final Fantasy, and drank some motherfucking leg. Because it's over. Joining late. Glad I still caught a part of it. What's up, Deciphering the Matrix? I like that name. Use Gleum. GL. I don't know how to pronounce that or say that. Glom. Glom. You said, how tall are you, dude? I'm 5'10". I have great posture. Not when I'm sitting down. My posture sucks. When I'm standing up and I'm like walking and moving around, I have excellent posture. So I actually look taller than 5'10". A lot of people are surprised I'm 5'10". They think I'm 6 feet. I'm also kind of lanky. I have like a kind of lanky sort of build. So that probably amplifies like the illusion of height a little bit. Like I just saw this old guy he had a messed up back and he was like hunched and he was walking and I'm like, that guy's probably just as tall as me, but his posture is like bringing him down. But yeah, Um, Mosquito. I'm surprised this mosquito hasn't bit me. He just wants to hang out. Just want to hang out and watch the stream. Okay, that's fine. You can stay, just don't bite me, cocksucker. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Now I hurt his feelings. He's gonna bite me now. Oh man. And I got alcohol. Mosquitoes are attracted to alcoholics. Um, so that's a big one too. But whatever, you could chill. You could chill. I don't care as long as you don't bite me. Leave me alone. You know that mosquito is YouTube. That's YouTube. That's the YouTube nanobot that's watching me. Let me make sure you're not saying anything that you shouldn't be saying. See what this Negro's room looks like. Should we ban him? That's the nanobot that YouTube sent, courtesy of Bill Gates, of course. Damn, I got completely off track from what I was talking about. That's fine. That's why I love live streams, though. You know, you can kind of just ramble. You can waffle, as they say. It's like you can literally just waffle. You know, and when I'm done recording this, I don't have to edit anything. It's already uploaded. I didn't have to write anything. I just had something written already because I'm just a writer. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just write. I write. Even from when I was a kid, I've been like that. You know, even my teachers noticed that. Even my teachers, my mom, all that. I used to just write. But anyway, like George Orwell, you know, when he said that he's gonna have to become a writer someday. I thought I was gonna be an author actually, but there's different kinds of writers. Anyway, so the fuck, damn. Oh boy, this is the part of the stream where the alcohol starts hitting. Wait, what was I saying? Where was huh? You start getting that Joe Biden. Yabba dabba do, bro. Let's go, Brandon. Oh shit, big ass vein in my forehead and shit. Yeah, but the thing with YouTube is that you need to be extra careful with what you say, right? I'm holding back very slightly. Very slightly. There's certain buzzwords. I'm avoiding certain buzzwords for now. But, bruh. Because I did promise a stream and I want the stream to go smoothly. But trust me, bro. I'm like I'm like 2 millimeters from just going off. I just don't have any real fiery material like that. I kind of saved it for last, actually. And it's not, I don't consider anything I do to be incendiary or like crazy like that, but I just talk about things. I talk about everything. Sorry. The only group of people I really have a genuine dislike for or hatred for is women. Oops. That's it. That's it. You know, and even among women, there's a few. There's some decent ones out there. You know, there's just some decent ones out there that aren't total cunts. But which by the way, that word is popular in Australia. So I hope that's not flagged by YouTube. It's actually a term of infection, like the N word for black people. But anyway, um, yeah, it's over, man. Even Nick Fuentes, he had a video. Nick Fuentes had a video saying that he wants to JBW Max. He didn't use that terminology, but it was clear. Just go watch the video. Um, but he's like he can't because more white people, more white people, gotta save the white race, bro. To JBW Max so badly. So you're just sitting around thinking about your white wife and your white kids, which you probably never will have. You know, it's 2024. Shit's fucked up these days, man. It's like he wants to JBW Max, man. But it's like, but then funny enough, Just Pearly Things reacted to that video, and Just Pearly Things is a product of two white people, rich. What did she do? Who she end up dating? I had a dream I fucked her actually. Isn't that crazy? I had a dream I fucked just pearly things. It was great. It was actually great. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Um, Black chicks were all over Fuentes in that one Fresh and Fit interview. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that. I I noticed that. Of course. So going back to what um someone is asking about Chad versus Tyrone. You know, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Sad state that black people of the Western world are in. Even Africa. I mean, obviously Africa isn't doing too great in a lot of places. You know, wars and stuff like that. You really start believing in that Hebrew Israelite stuff. You know, we're just a cursed people, man. We need to go back to the commandments and keep the commandments. Israel's people. But yeah, that was sad, man. That was really sad to see. You know, and I told you guys, how many times have I said in my videos that it will be the black girls like this. Black Lives Matter. It'll be that chick that when the racist shows up, she's like, say the N word. And she's kissing him. She kissed him on the cheek. That was the one who kissed him on the cheek. You know, black content creators, they did a deep dive on that. They did a deep dive on that and they annihilated that girl. You know. Yeah. But that just goes to show it's all about looks. None of that other stuff matters, bro. None of it. And I don't blame Nick Fuentes for wanting to JBW Max because it's like that's why a lot of white guys get Asian women. They get Asian women or non-white women. It's much easier to deal with that for them. You get much more for your genetic wealth, let's say. Because white girls don't. Again, I've said this already, but it's like white girls don't see you being white as some special thing. They don't care because they're white. They don't care. Literally every other group of female though, that's a W for them. Oh, I got a white guy. Oh, he's white. Dude could be like 5'8", you know. I don't care. God forbid he's Chad. On top of that, and I'm gonna get into that too. Actually, I got some more on that. You know, some observations I made when I was outside. Because I've been going outside, not because I want to, because you know I need to buy food. I'm not going to any parties. And can't remember the last social function I went to. Genuinely, I really can't. But anyways, so yeah, I do notice that like the racially questionable, because people always say Nick Fuentes is Hispanic and Italian. So I do notice like the people who are maybe a little insecure in their whiteness. They kind of take on this 1950s caricature of whiteness. It's kind of like when the trans go so hard on like the trannies go so hard on trying to be like the ultimate stereotype of femininity. You know, like they completely overcompensate, or like when a light skinned black person completely overcompensates on their blackness and they just act mad ghetto and shit. Those are some of the most ghetto black people in the world. Is the light skin, you know, because they know that their blackness is always in question. So they kind of like, they got to really prove it to you type shit. I've seen that a lot. These people shut up. I wonder what's going on. There's always some crap, some fuck shit going on over here. You know, I don't know if I told you guys about that was one of the funniest stories that happened out here recently. Is like, I mean, it was a funny, okay, fine, but it was kind of it was fucked up, but it was funny. You know, apparently some guy, like a gang of, I think it was two men and one woman, and they were just walking around and they had a bunch of pots and pans for whatever reason, and they just beat this guy with the pots and pans and took his phone. I was just like, what? What the fuck? But yeah. Anyway, some incels. Well, I mean, while we're on the race issue, some incels say that JBB is a thing. I wish. It could be for certain girls, but again, like I said, I was talking about this earlier, and it's kind of a niche. If you can find that niche, especially if you're Tyrone, then hey, you got it. You got it made. But this is a subject I've talked about endless times, countless times. But I don't even argue with people on that shit though, not anymore, because um, I just agree. Because you can't. First of all, you can't convince them. Second of all, I kind of do the same thing that I think white people should do, which is like disagree with them. Like, yeah, you're right. BBC is king. Black guys, we all have 10-inch penises, and like we're all just amazing. And every girl on earth wants a black guy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're totally right, bro. Is your mom free? Is your mom single by any chance? Or your sister? Yeah. I don't even disagree with that shit anymore. It's pointless. For what? I'm gonna sit there and argue with you about why I'm not privileged and why I don't have it good. That seems stupid. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. Absolutely. It's almost like they want it to be true. Okay, yeah, it's true. It's true. We're gonna manifest, guys. We're gonna manifest 12-inch Tyrone penises. And we're all gonna be 6'8", and we're all gonna be LeBron James. Oh man, Urkel cells can't JBB. JBB only works for Tyrone Lights or Thugs Max Stu's Urkel cells. Well, Steve Urkel, literally the guy who plays Steve Urkel, he got a rich white chick. She's not bad looking. People said she was ugly, but come on, bro. Most guys would happily take her, especially considering the family she comes from. But but he's an icon. He's Steve Urkel. He's an icon. He's like a household name. But there is again your point about Urkel's can't JBB Max. You're mostly right, but here's the thing though. Again, it goes back to my point about the niche. You have to find the niche. You have to find a niche that works. There are some. Yeah, he does have status. That's what I thought. That's what I mentioned. Um, you got as a black man, there's a niche that you have to find, and you have to capitalize on the niche. So even for me, I'm not a virgin. I've never paid for pussy. I've only been with a handful of women, but I've never paid. Not at least not in a direct transactional thing. You know, at least not in a transaction like that. Um, I had one situationship, and I had one relationship. The relationship I had, my ex actually helped me out a lot. She helped me out a lot with like housing. You know, she let me drive her car. Like I was low key a homosexual, not on purpose, but she helped me a lot with that kind of stuff. We would work together and like pool our resources, things like that. Of course, she was a selfish bitch at the end of the day, but whatever. It is what it is. She was at least willing to like help with stuff, you know. And she was actually better with money than I am, more responsible with money for the most part. Of course, every woman's gonna have her moments where she indulges. Yes, my ex was a fat bitch, just for the record, because people are always like, yeah. I'm gonna talk about that actually, because there's this dude who's kind of reminds me of me, especially his girl. I think she's his ex now. I'm gonna talk about that later. But yeah, the situationship, I was basically the hoe. I was literally the hoe in the relationship because she was spending all the money. She was spending all the money. She was driving us around. She was buying me food. She's paying for the food. She's paying for the alcohol. She's paying for us to go to this event. Like she's paying for everything and driving me around. Of course, she got tired of that eventually. I was literally a hoe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, back to your point about Urkel cells can't JBB Max. Again, you got to find the niche. The niche for an Urkel cell is going to be it's going to be it's going to be razor thin. It's razor fucking thin. But you might, I mean, hey, once in a while you might find the 0.0000001% of women that are like, he's not so bad. It happens. Even me, God, you see the way I look. You guys know how tall I am. I said 5'10". I was outside. I keep saying I was going outside a lot. I will get looks occasionally. I will get looks of interest occasionally. I get matches. I get matches once in a while on a dating app on Bumble. On the black dating app, is where I mostly get matches because black women are like, the eternal concubines of the world. So they're the easiest. Just is what it is. Economics. I can only imagine because again, I've Tyrone fished on the black dating app a lot, so you can imagine what those guys get on there. I've been offered sex twice in the past. I want to say 2 years, 2 years. But one of them was actually a girl I catfished. I think I talked about that before, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right. She was overweight, very overweight. She wasn't bad looking other than that. Like I saw, she was showing me videos of her when she was slim, and I'm like, damn, why'd you get fat? And ever since my ex, I said no more fat women. Because they do try to compensate for it in a lot of ways, but they're still women, man. And it's like, come on, you don't want to deal with that if you're gonna be getting a fat woman. Um, yeah, and the other girl is a girl I've been talking to that I've known for a long time. Technically, we did have sex, but I wasn't feeling it. I didn't really want to. I'm old. I don't care. It's my first time doing cocaine. Like, I did like 10 lines. I was drunk, and it's like I got an erection, but it wasn't like a real, it wasn't one of those. It was just an erection. It's like, man, whatever. I didn't really, yeah. And she wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really, but she's the one who even initiated. But anyways, long story short, you can again, it's a niche, man. And if you're an Urkel cell or if you're a low tier black man, the niche is gonna be even more, and the margin of error is gonna be. So it's like it's kind of just not even worth it. That's why the juice isn't worth the squeeze. But anyways, I've been neglecting the chat. I've just been rambling. I could ramble about that for ages, man, ages. But I'm gonna try to keep this moving. Um, Good to see you're back, bro. Appreciate it. Ocho men. I don't know how to pronounce. Ouch. Oh man. I don't know how to pronounce that. You know what's an underrated niche for JBB white gilfs? Maybe, possibly. Yeah, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, there's countries where these women like the Gambia, like their husbands die, their European husband dies, and they're like, I still need dick, and they're like, all right, young guy, black, from a poor country. My husband left me €1 million in inheritance. Hmm. So yeah, sex tourism is a big thing, and it's a really big thing with the older rich white women, and they'll go to these black countries where the dudes are poor. He's poor, but he's rich in the pants. He's rich where she, in the way that she's looking for. You know, So yeah, you're right about that. I agree with that. But in a first world country, maybe not so much. Maybe in America, can't quite see it so much, but I can still see it kind of. Are you familiar with Thinking Apes content? Yes. I I'm gonna just put it like this. There's a lot of creators where I notice stuff and I'm like, I was literally just talking about that. Literally just talking about that. But yeah, I'm familiar with this content. That X was remarkable personality wise, huh? Feminine hormones predisposition them to fat gain, I think. Very easy for them to become overweight. Maybe, maybe. Hibernation, fucking Eskimo genes or whatever. Um, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But it's like, with in her case, she's one of those just Hispanic chicks that's like just grew up in like a fat sort of situation where it's like they don't. It's like you're not eating right. It's like there's like a scarcity mindset there where it's like there's always just a bunch of food all over the place, processed food, and it's just like, damn, calm down. It's okay. Like you're not gonna starve. You know. or like like what I was saying, Eskimo, Inuit, like some indigenous sort of genes where it's like you just stockpile a bunch of shit. um, he says you ain't old until you're in your 40s. 30s are still young. I don't know, man. I disagree with that. I think I have a controversial take on that, which is that your life is pretty much over when you're 25. I've talked about this in previous videos. But yeah. You think about it. 25 to 30 is when women hit the wall. It's like the best the best times in your life is going to be from like childhood up to like 25, 26, 27 maybe. So I do consider myself to be old, especially since I look old. Like that helps, and I'm black. I have a short life. I'm autistic, so my lifespan is not is going statistically is supposed to be very short. So I'm old in bald black male autistic years. Like Patrice O'Neill said, a black man's 50 is like a white man's 70. You know, it's called Necropower. Look up my video called Necropower and the Pleasure Principle. Two of the most black pill black content creators are on YouTube, Trueform and Ip IBP. IBP's a crack baby. LBP stands for lonely. Oh, okay, lonely black pillar. Okay, I never heard of either of them, but you know, maybe I'll check them out. Maybe I'll check them out. What does that say? YH, pretty much after the people become jaded. YH, pretty much after the people become jaded. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyways, let's see what I got here. I've been talking off the cuff for so long. I completely forgot where I was at. Whoops. I'll find it. Yeah. Yeah, this mosquito still hasn't bitten me. Is it the light? Does he just like the light? Yeah. Anyways, I just listen. Something I learned as I got older is I just listen to people. I just listen when people talk. And most people don't like the truth, I've noticed, because 9 times out of 10 their argument sucks. And you know what they say, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. You know. And then there's situations where it's just chill. It's just chill like this. We can bounce ideas off each other because we're all just guys on the internet, just trying to figure out life, I guess. I think he finally bit me. I think he finally bit me, or I don't know. Maybe it's a she. Maybe it's a she devil. Um. So yeah, I find that I'm very high in disagreeableness, like like a lot of Aspies or whatever. That trait is supposed to be associated with masculinity and autism and all that. But I was wondering if that's why I've always had trouble with people and like holding down a job. Because it's like I don't disagree with people just to be a dick. It's kind of like rigidity, I guess. I like to do things my way, and the issue with that is that you're not gonna have a lot of friends regardless if you're dysgenic, but you're certainly not gonna have a lot of friends if you are dysgenic and disagreeable. But then you could question whether the blue pill cuck sort of sub Chad dude is whether those are actually his friends. That's worse actually. I'm gonna get into that too, but you should be more disagreeable as a dysgenic guy, if anything, because it's like otherwise you're just like sort of a pathetic mascot or something, omega male sort of thing for the rest of the group. So yeah, man. Yep. I find it very easy to just do things I don't want to do. Like that's how I live my life. I wake up every day and I just do what I want to do, which is not to sound immature or anything like that, but that's just how I live. And if I happen to make money or or have some other good things or even bad things happen to me in the process, I can live with that because end of the day, I'm doing what I want to do. You know, that's not even to try to sound cool or anything like that. It's just true. Ask anybody who knows me. Ask anybody who knows me. They, people who know me in real life occasionally pop in when I do a live stream. But yeah, yep. I'm disagreeable. That's why I kind of dropped out of society in a lot of ways. I just don't want to do society or adulting or whatever the term they want to use. I don't agree with society, period. I just don't. I think it sucks. I don't agree with the simulation. I just don't. I don't think that's going to ever change. Uh, You know, the mosquitoes finally biting me all of a sudden. Son of a bitch. That's fine. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't care. Give me malaria or HIV, AIDS. Just let me pass away. Yeah. Oh, I feel it on my knee now. I mean, if I can kill it, I'll kill it. But I'm really not stressing over it. I'm having a vibe right now. But yeah. Non-servium, exactly. 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 I'm glad I got you and this other content creator who doesn't make content anymore to like hop on the bandwagon. I kind of got. I want to say I got that from somebody from MGTOW. Yeah, some dude from MGTOW. He would always end his post with non-servium, and I'm like, hmm. And then I started looking into that and how that connects to Lucifer, and you know, and just how that's like such a thing for for and I'm gonna get into that too. I'm gonna get into that too. There's a lot of spiritual implications to that sort of thing, and analogies and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm gonna get back to these chats, even though none of y'all motherfuckers is paying me. I'm gonna get into that too. 'Cause I got, I'm so prepared for everything. But you see how big my forehead is? I actually don't look bad right here, in my opinion. But hey, bitches don't like it, so that's the end of that, right? Um, I'm with you on people not liking the truth. You see that when they ignore what you're saying, it's not that they provide weak arguments, they don't even engage. Yeah, most of the time, most people's instinct is to just not engage at all, or to engage with some bad faith, stupid argument or whatever. Sad, really. Just look at how common this succubus of nature is. Only female mosquitoes bite. Really? Is that true? Is that true? It makes sense. Bloodsuckers, leeches, parasites. You think it's harder for people to diagnose themselves with autism since it's become more trendy with Gen Z to put themselves on the spectrum? That's a complicated question, but I think it's harder for people to diagnose themselves with autism since it's become more trendy. If anything, it will be easier. It depends on what you mean by diagnosis. If anything, it'll be easier because it's become so trendy, and a bunch of people are trying to get diagnosed. And if the right people try to get diagnosed, women, white women, then they'll probably make it easier. Now, if you mean accurately diagnose themselves, because a lot of people just want to throw that label on themselves, and then that might create some sort of reaction to where they don't want to just throw that diagnosis out. I guess I can see that. Autism, big pharma does it. I don't know if big pharma really makes money off autism like that. If anything, the people they make money because it's all about that at the end of the day. So they make money. I think they make money more with the diagnoses There's places that charge thousands of dollars just to diagnose with autism. Um, so I mean, I don't I don't think autism is really linked to by itself to any medication. So that's kind of maybe why they roped it in. They sort of roped in autism with ADHD. They call it odd HD or whatever. Um, because that's when the medication starts to come. It's I don't know. It's very complicated, but long story short, harder for people to diagnose themselves. No, the question is the diagnoses accurate, and or are they just trying to be edgy, or are people just trying to diagnose them because they're a part of this monetization of like mental so-called mental illness, shit like that. Um, and then there's also the question of are they putting themselves on the spectrum or is it actually becoming more of a thing? Because I mean, when you think about all these chemicals and stuff, like I talk all the time about how it does seem like overall the population is becoming more autistic, but is it the chemicals or is it just people like LARPing and they're LARPing so hard that they're autistic that they actually start to become that? Or is it like social isolation or like, again, the food? I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Maybe it's just a combination of things. But yeah, anyway, I just get lost in people's questions, which don't get me wrong, I love it. I really do. I can't. I can just go for hours, man, with just random questions because my mind is always firing on all cylinders. And you see how much I've been drinking. I mean, that's not water, nigga. Like, it's not water. But anyway, so I'm getting old. Damn, I lost my place again. That's fine. Whatever. I'm taking my time. That's a good thing about live streams too. But yeah, disagreeableness. I was talking about disagreeableness. But you compare that to women. Women are, they say women are higher in agreeableness. It makes sense. It totally makes sense that they'd be higher in agreeableness. They're fluid. They're fluid. They're more sociable. They're more agreeable. But these days it seems like a lot of women have that trait of disagreeableness. Again, going back to like autism and all that. Especially in relationships. Of course, black women are like the worst offenders. It seems, but it's like they've been desexed. They've been desexed. They've been defeminized in a way. Some of the more conscious women realize this, which is why they came up with this soft girl era. Like they're trying to almost counterbalance that and say, nah, we don't buy it. They don't realize like the extent to which guys have just stopped buying into their crap, especially the kinds of guys that they would consider to be desirable. You know, it's like what in 2024, what kind of guy is really like looking at the average modern woman like, oh my God, be my wife, please? It's like, come on, man. Especially when you think when you it's like when you look at the guys who really got it like that, it's like those are some of the most red pilled guys, black pill. It's like think about it, the guys who go to like the Diddy parties and you see some woman doing all sorts of craziness with a bunch of guys, and then she goes home to her man, and it's like, come on, man. Even me, I haven't been to anything even close to that, to the Diddy stuff, but I've been close enough that I've seen like enough crazy stuff. Like, like damn, women are really doing that, and then they're going home to somebody, and then they got a man and all that, and it was just damn. It sucks, man. It sucks. It really sucks because like a lot of guys, I was a romantic. I really was. I really was. But then reality just decimated that completely. It's sad, really. But hey, I guess that's life. You mature. You realize that it's not the picnic that you wanted it to be. And there's a good there's beauty in that. There's beauty when you can just look at the situation and just recognize it for how bad it actually is. Because then that's how you can be at peace with it. If you notice, it's the blue pillars who really crash out the hardest a lot of times with women, and then they end up killing somebody, killing themselves, killing the family, killing they end up doing crazy stuff. because they really believe, they really bought in. You know, when you buy in that much, when you invest that much into someone, especially a woman, it's like when that reality is totally shattered, what else can you do? It just breaks you. That's why a lot of guys kill themselves. Those are some of the highest, the most likely men to kill themselves is the men is like after they divorce, like that. The chances of suicide basically skyrocket. You know, not for women. Interesting, right? He's invested. That's why. She's not. She has one foot out the door usually. Even if she doesn't, even if she has the best of intentions, she has the loaded gun. She has the loaded gun. You have nothing. Why would you put that yourself in that situation? And you know, men glorify that dumb shit. Oh, I'm gonna get into books. I'm gonna get into books later. I have a book called In Defense of Women by H.L. Mencken. I read a lot of it. I did not finish the book, but I was thinking I'll do live streams like that where we just look at books and just read books. Drunkards book club, drunk incel book club. Ah, that's a good idea actually. You know, watch some faggots steal my idea. That's what they like to do. But it's fine. It's whatever, man. It's an evil world we live in, but I'ma keep living. Yeah, BP saves lives paradoxically. Low expectations is the secret sauce. Yep, exactly, exactly. And it's like even me, I'm not even really like I'm nowhere near as suicidal as I used to be because I literally just stopped caring. Like I just stopped caring, bro. I stopped giving a fuck. I don't care. I'm like this close to being homeless, you know. So don't care. Don't care. You will never get me to care about bullshit ever, ever again. Because again, going back to what I was saying about investment, that's really what people want from you. They want you to invest, 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 invest. Oh, we pulled the rug out from you. Now you're fucked. That's what they do. That's what people do to you. So don't invest in it to begin with. Invest, 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 and then the more you invest, now we control you because you're so invested. Okay, now you got to do this for me. Now you got to do this for me. Now you got to do this for me. Now you got to do. I was in a situation like that too. It's the same thing with women. That's just what they do. Is like, all right, you're invested in the relationship. All right, now you got to do this. You know what? You don't make enough money. There's other guys that make more money than you. Oh, you're paying me such and such to live here. Um, like I've had that. I've had just you could probably pay for toilet paper. You know, like pay. You could probably, like more cleaning products, and we need more cleaning products. You know, so like if you want to cleaning products, toilet paper. I was like, yeah, I'll get my own toilet paper. Toilet paper, it's fine. You don't have to buy toilet paper. It's like people are always trying to set themselves up to be like that fucking mosquito right there. They just linger around, they just circle and buzz around and bzzz. Meanwhile, their intention the entire time, that mosquito was pretending to be my friend, letting me get comfortable. The intention of that mosquito the entire fucking time was to drink my blood. He eventually bit me. He eventually bit me on the leg, or she, on the leg. You know, I don't even feel it because I don't care. I didn't even feel that shit. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at how little I care right now. But hey, it is what it is. I'm literally rambling so hard, but it's a good drunk rant. I'm not even drunk, but I'm not drunk by my standards, but whatever. You should check out this extreme antinatalist book that I came across recently. Okay, I'll check it out if you email it to me. I don't know if you know my email. My email is on my BitChute and my all my links and stuff like that. It's on my BitChute channel. But yeah. So, all right, I think we're doing good here. Nice and smooth stream. The unbearable heaviness of being or life reviled by Carol Wainwright. I'm gonna say it just so I remember, and we have a recording. The unbearable heaviness of being or life reviled by Wainwright. I'll probably check that out. And shit, maybe Could probably review some anti-natalist literature here too. Fuck it. Life is short. Might as well read a fucking book. Or life is long. Life is long and boring. Might as well get a book. Anyway, um, let's see. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy how programmed they are, women, and they just can't shake the programming. I talked about that in one of my recent videos. It's like that programming, that mammy, like that sort of mammy programming black women have. That's that is most modern women these days. Um, Black women are just like the most intense example, the highest per capita or whatever. But yeah, man, sad to see. But hey, I can't do anything. I can only control myself, if that, if that. So I mean, it's hard to watch, but whatever. I just try to distance myself, and yeah, man, they're completely unable to break the matrix programming. It's just sad. But hey, and a lot of them these days prefer to be in control, or at least feel that way. Usually the types of chicks that didn't have dads, they never learn how to trust a man. So it's like, what happens then? You're at the whim of an inherently volatile creature who has a loaded gun. I always use the loaded gun analogy. She can call the cops on you or whatever. Not one time will it ever occur to her to give up the power, which ironically would be the most powerful thing for her to do. A submissive woman gets way farther in life than non submissive. Sorry. I actually wish it wasn't like that, but hey, whatever, it is like that. You know? So give me the gun. You can't handle that. Here, you take this gun, Obsidian Pill. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sure you guys saw the Trump Secret Service woman, the security lady. Um, and she couldn't even holster her gun properly. People were making fun of her and all that. I don't know. The world is a stage. The world is a stage. I don't know if it's real. I don't know what's real, what's fake. I don't care. But hey, it's like, but yeah, she couldn't holster the gun, and you can't deny men are better with guns, especially under pressure. Like I think it's really the pressure situations. Because I went to a shooting range with a woman, and she had great aim. She had great aim. I think she had even better aim than me. But it's like when the lights come on, when the lights come on, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy. When there's an Arab dude over here with a rocket launcher, when when there's probably you know Russian snipers over there, and then when you're in that real situation, when there's a home invader, and you want a woman in that situation or a man? I'm just asking. I'm just asking the question. That's all. You know, does the gun range in that situation matter? Probably not. Probably not. This is a mental thing at that point. You got to be able to just act. You got to be zen. You got to be able to just act without even thinking. But yeah, muscle memory, I guess you could say. That's why people train. That's why people practice. They run drills, stuff like that. You know, mom spaghetti. Damn, there's Eminem kind of. I've never liked Eminem. I've talked about that before. Never liked him. If you want to know my take on Eminem, Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar, I pretty much agree with that. I was so happy to see when he first started talking about that. about Eminem. I was like, finally, somebody said it. Finally, finally, somebody said it. I was never really in. I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. Spiritually, there's a spiritual thing with that. Like, I don't like his voice. His voice is weird. His subject matter doesn't touch me in any way. Like, I'm not a female, so I'm not just gonna be like, "Ooh, white guy rapping." I don't care. You suck. You suck. But hey, if there's people who like that, that's just what they like. You know. Maybe a few songs. There might be some songs I can kind of. This is okay. Not. It's not on my playlist. Not a single Eminem song on my playlist. Sorry, not feeling it. He can rap though. He can absolutely rap. Absolutely rap. But so plenty of people can rap. I'm not trying to buy their album or listen to their music. Plenty of people can rap circles around some really great artist or whatever. But yeah, he was talking about Candace Owens. People even said that was staged. Oh, Candace Owens loves white men. She's happy that Eminem is talking about her. They probably called each other and laughed about it after. Um, so and then people are bringing out the dress. Eminem wearing a dress and dressing like a girl and all that stuff. Yeah, he's an interesting character. Some people say he's a descendant of the guy. I forgot this dude. Something Mathers, because he is Marshall Mathers the third. Marshall Bruce Mathers, and that's like supposed to be this satanic family, and one of Aleister Crowley's mentors. I don't know if that's actually true. I just heard that through the grapevine. But certainly Eminem is satanic. He's been pretty flagrant about that. M's the GOAT, undeniably. He has bangers. I respect your opinion, but I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling. But hey, that's how you feel. I don't care. You liking Eminem doesn't hurt me in any way, shape, or form. But that's fine. Everybody's got their taste. Um, so let's see. Let's see. Yeah, man. It's funny. People can have the best of intentions, like I said, but the privilege differential will always be there. You know, it's like it doesn't matter. I see the way people treat sub six dudes. I would say I'm sub five, sub six, but compared to a sub six dude, I see how they treat me. Chads, of course. And it's like, all right, I don't like any of you now. This just makes you not want to be around people. When you're that black pilled or red pilled or whatever, you just don't want to be around people. Period, like that. It's just like, at the very least, you're not gonna like the constant negative reinforcement that you get just because you're hanging out with certain kinds of people or people at all, depending on where you rank in the genetics based caste system. You know, yeah, incels can't be friends with Chads, and sad, but it's true. Even if he has the best of intentions, because there's some really good Chad friends who try to be good friends and stuff, even try to get you to even try to get you laid and all that, but you just can't because the way the world treats that dude is so much different than the way they treat you. You know, you can't stomach that really. I can't. I don't know about you guys. It's like his old music with gay plus women bashing is peak. Yeah, Marshall Mathers LP and all that. I can see that. I can see that, but I don't know, man. It's kind of like left hand path music, sort of like fuck everybody. I'm angry. I'm angry. It's like teen angst, man. I'm sorry, teen angst. I don't listen to music for that. I don't listen to music to be angry. Like, I can't remember. Like, what's an angry song that I listen to? I don't really listen to music to be angry about anything. I hate my mom. Like, So I'm trying to think. It was the angriest song that I know that I like. Heavy metal. Let the bodies hit the floor. That's not heavy metal, but I don't think it is. He's the first rapper to release a black woman diss track. Other aside from another black woman, I'm sure black women have had some back and forths. All right, okay. I guess it seems like you really like Eminem. Okay, whatever. But yeah, at the same time, he you could argue he's empowered to do that. Actually, who's gonna cancel him? Who's gonna cancel him? Who's gonna cancel Eminem for talking about black women? You know, Candace Owens. Is Candace Owens gonna do it?
He was talking about black women. He was talking about me.
Oh, black women as a whole. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. There was like a record that came out that where he's talking about black women. Yeah, yeah, I think there was something like that. You know, it's a shame black men can't do that. Isn't that sad? The white guy can do that. Black men can't do it. Can't criticize your own women. All you can do is advocate their dumb shit. Takes the white man to bring some discipline and order. Don't you think that's a little pathetic? But hey, I'm just a drunk guy. I'm just a drunk guy. I don't actually know anything. Glad to have joined the stream. Obsidian Pill. Need to go back to my wage cut job. Take care, everybody. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. But just know that you don't actually have to. there's alternatives, man. There's alternatives, man. You just have to be brave enough to actually do it. Fly by the seat of your pants. Get neat bucks. Live in the woods. I don't know. But hey, I mean, if that's what you're okay, if you're okay with it, then I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. But you can catch the stream later, anyways, when it's done recording, because I still got some stuff here. I still probably got a good hour in me. Probably got a good hour in me, at least. You know, YouTube is letting me rock. Thankfully, appreciate that, YouTube. You know, for now, they're letting me go. Because I remember I started. Some of you might remember that live stream. They cut that shit off. I was like, damn. I was literally in the middle of the stream and they cut it off. It's like, sheesh, I'm not that dangerous. I only got 6 people in here, man. Chill the fuck out. I said I was gonna stream, so I'm gonna do it. But yeah. Whipped Pookies would never speak out against Massa Keisha. Yeah, exactly. Of course not. It's just sad, man. Sad. Pathetic. But hey. Hey. Could you imagine the power of that? Like these dudes a lot of them are kind of like semi-red pilled by Kevin Samuels and the Manosphere, you know. So they're kind of trying. Like it's so pathetic when you see these black male podcasts and they're trying to talk to black women like, well, if you would just be nicer to us. It's just nasty. It's so nasty to watch. Well, I will marry. I'm definitely gonna marry a black woman for sure. I don't care how bad. I don't care how. I've actually heard that from a black podcast where the dude is like, "I'm gonna get with the black. I don't care what she does. I don't care if she. I don't care if she's mean. I don't care if she's combatant. I don't care if she has disrespect. I don't care. Definitely going to." I don't know, man. You kind of just sound like a masochist at that point. You're just willing. What? Think about that. Think about how the woman's brain is processing that. You're telling her you're gonna tolerate any disrespect that she throws at you. This is a man who thinks women care about that. You care about your her. You care about your devotion to her. You think she cares about your devotion to her? That's funny. That's cute. Grow up already, man. I'm sorry. Is it true Kevin Samuels was a self-admitted feminist? I knew he was closeted, but geez, I don't know if Kevin Samuels was actually gay or not. Um, I don't know about that. Uh, was he a self-admitted feminist? Yes, but he was a self-admitted feminist in the same way that Esther Verlar or Camille Paglia is a self-admitted feminist. Yes, I want women to have freedom. Freedom, yes. Realizing that that's not necessarily a great thing, and that's probably gonna ironically result in women doing exactly what I want them to do. Um, what percentage of American black women would switch sides if white men actually started checking for them in mass? Do you think? That's a great question. A lot of people, a lot of people kind of wonder that. That's a hard one. Not a hard one, but I got to really sit and think about that a little bit. Um, would switch sides if? Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, that is kind of a hard one. Cause a lot of them really do genuinely. But here's the thing. Here you gotta go. You gotta go back. I think you gotta go back to Alpha Fucks Beta Bucks. Cause at the end of the day, man, a lot of these chicks that I've talked about how again you can't really trust what they say. The girl who's like this, Black Lives Matter, is the one who was kissing Nick Fuentes on the cheek. A lot of these women, black women who proclaim to hate black men, they only hate us because they really they want us. They really do. And the white man is kind of like their way of saying ha ha. That's kind of like they're supposed to be their come up where they're like ha ha. You see, I like white men, and I don't know. That's supposed to have some effect on us or whatever. Um, but I'm really thinking, man. Again, alpha fucks beta bucks. I think it would default to that to where the black guy still. You can even see it now to where it's like, yeah, the black guy still gets to smash and all that stuff, but the white guy, that's kind of the dichotomy I've noticed where it's like, I hope the stream's not lagging. That's kind of the dichotomy that I've noticed where it's like the white guy's kind of like the status symbol or like um the long term option. But they'll deal with the black guy. They just don't necessarily want to be seen with him in public. They don't necessarily want his last name. They don't necessarily want to be in some sort of long term sort of thing with him. They can't flex him. They can't flex him. Hey, look at what I got. Unless he would have to be the ultimate Giga Super Ultra Tyrone, and even then they probably won't. But whereas the white man seen as a status symbol, so I think it would come down to alpha fucks beta bucks, um, where they would do essentially the same thing white women do, which is that they'll probably deal with some other guys on the side, but at the end of the day, they're only going to do long term with the white guys. So I think that's probably what it would come down to. Um, so yeah, I'm talking about really started checking for them. How many would fold to the pressure? I mean, slavery. Slavery is probably your best reference for that. That's probably your best reference for that. And it's like, but it's like even in slavery, black people were getting together. So I mean, I don't know. It's a good question though. Like, it does make you wonder. There was a lot of alpha white dudes as well. I'm not sure what part of what I said you're referencing with that. A lot of alpha white dudes, not beta bucks. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've seen that. I've seen like like the bikers and shit like that. But it's like you compare them to their black male equivalent. I don't know. I don't know. Again, even today when I was outside, I saw a lot of dudes. I saw like Chads. I saw some Chads, and it's like, but that black dude, man, that one black dude that I saw, that was like, um, I'm thinking about a specific dude, but he was looking real like a tough guy, man. And it doesn't really take much for a black dude to pull that off. It's kind of like, again, that goes back to alpha fucks beta bucks, man. To where the equivalent black man is always going to be seen as more masculine and more of a threat. So that's why that dichotomy is a thing. And then, so basically, it's a social thing too, right? So it's like, if I want a bad boy, if you're a chick and you're like, all right, I want a bad boy, you kind of do gravitate to certain kinds of dudes. But then it's like, if you want social status and the long term and the economics and the blah blah blah, and you're gonna gravitate towards certain dudes too. And yeah. So just the way you said that, I could also say, well, you got Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel has status. There's black men who have status, and there's women who want them too, even though they're not like the I guess like the alpha. They not the AF in the AFBB dynamic. But again, it's an interesting discussion, man. It's interesting to think about. So I don't know. But like I said, it probably will go. It'll probably go back to They'll probably just do the same thing white women are doing because white women are like the leaders. Follow the leader, as I said in a previous video. So whatever they're doing, that's probably your best your best speculation for what they would do. Just to answer that question. But anyway, uh, let me see. And feel free. I mean, if you want to ask more questions or whatever, or clarify something, or have a debate, I don't care. I'm kind of waffling right now. 2 hours in, okay, that's fine. As long as the stream is still smooth, I'm okay. I can just keep going. But yeah. Yeah, it smells like weed all of a sudden. Somebody's smoking outside. Is it outside? I don't know. I don't know. Mm-mm. But yeah, as a man, you might as well be an asshole, man. As I was saying earlier. Because if you're sub chat, you have every reason to be, and it won't make a difference if you're a nice guy, anyways. And if you're a real badass like Charles Manson, we were just talking about that, right? The alpha, right? People will actually love you. Otherwise, being an asshole will just bring you the same natural conclusion. Bring you to the same natural conclusion people want to get you to, anyways. Because now they have justification to treat you badly. And if you're Chad, no one cares if you're an asshole. Jeremy Meeks. Jeremy Meeks. Yeah. No one sets it to be good anymore. Yeah, it's really not. There's no rewards. There's no rewards. Especially as a sub chat guy, man. It's like, bro. Even Chads, like, nice guys finish last. There's a reason that saying is such a thing. Because there really is. It's like you just know people are looking for even the slightest excuse to throw you under the bus. Because you're dysgenic. That's all. It's like you're on thin ice all the time. That's a great feeling. Great feeling, right? Whatever. and keep it rolling. For a lot of guys, the only thing they have is the idea that there's a beautiful woman out there somewhere that's willing to talk to them, even if it's just online. Think about how disgusting that is that people actually exploit and capitalize on male loneliness, though. You know, that's why we hate grifters. A lot of us just hate grifters, and they say fool and his money are soon parted. Yeah, I guess, but two things can be true. That person paying for OnlyFans, can be a fool, and the capitalists can be immoral for capitalizing on that. You know, grifting is basically like I'm going to monetize this group of people by pandering to their sensibilities. It seems like the leftist grift these days is difficult. It's probably always been difficult to an extent because they're always coming up with some new rule or some new limitation. A girl was telling me about like a leftist group chat that she was in, and one of the girls in there was like, "Oh, we cringe. We can't use that word. We can't use cringe anymore." And I'm like, "What?" Because it's oppressive or something. I guess I don't know. It's racist somehow. I don't know. But it's like conservatives aren't much better. You see, the conservatives are evolving, bro. The woke right is a real thing. It's a real thing. It is. And the woke right is kind of like I guess they realize that hey, we can we can if we just complain and play the victim just like the people we complain about, now we can get some sort of status,
Anti-white racism, and anti-whiteism, and
That's like now everybody's complaining. Now everybody's just complaining all day. That's what it is now. Crazy. I said it was a victim economy. I said this a long time ago. It seems like it's not gonna slow down anytime soon. The weakest is the strongest. Esther Villar talked about that. I talked about that in a previous video. I'm gonna talk about that more in this video, most likely. Inshallah, inshallah. I'm not a Muslim, but I just like that saying. But yeah, yeah, man, the woke right is a real thing. Yeah. If you're a sub chat, you should try all rights, rip off the system. You should buy all rights, rip off the system at every opportunity. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Don't go to war if they tell you to. Say, come on, man, your fight. This society, I don't think the average guy realizes like what low regard society holds him in. I don't think he does. I really don't. It's like we're still brainwashed by programming to just keep being subservient. It's just depressing. But yeah, it's what I learned about people. If they know something bothers you, they're either gonna keep doing it or they're gonna monetize that shit somehow. And really, the only guaranteed way to avoid things like that is to just not talk to or interact with people at all. You know, I just saw this thing with this black dude who avoided. He did a Ted Kaczynski. He avoided talking to other people for 17 years or something. So yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. I guess they said like talking just wasn't working for him and interacting with people, so he just went into the woods and just started painting and all this stuff. But then he eventually got a wife and kids, but it took 70 years. Like it was like from age 20 something to 40 something or whatever it was. But yeah, I forgot his name, but I'm sure you could find it if you looked it up for yourself. So yeah, um, Jordan Peterson will just tell you to clean your room. I mean, I saw this meme of him streaming in his room, and it just looks like crap. It's just showing what a hypocrite he is. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but it's like he can't even follow his own advice type shit. And that's how the Jordan Peterson brand fell off, I think. Some people really just want to sit in an ivory tower and judge other people. But it's like you can't do that anymore. We live in a post-privacy world pretty much. If you're not living what you talk about, people are going to call you out eventually on that. You know, my most disliked video was about Jordan Peterson too. I think it has like 13 dislikes or 14 or whatever. I just made another one about him, sort of. And it's like, I don't know if it's one person making multiple accounts or whatever, but because like people do that shit. Um, so, but it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't seem to. But anyway, just like people like to create the illusion that other people don't like this thing and I don't like this thing and I'm gonna try to get other people like not like this, and it's like it's not that deep. Who cares? But people would rather listen to Jordan Peterson. You know, if Jordan Peterson was streaming right now, it wouldn't be 6 people. It'd be 100,000 or some shit like that. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, sweat off my brow. You know, I probably couldn't even handle that kind of pressure of having that many people. Who am I kidding? Of course I could, but I don't like that kind of attention. I don't like being like, nah, that's too much. That's too much for me. I'm too chill. I'm too chill to be the center of attention like that. And sub chat, of course. I mean, that's probably the part that matters the most. But yeah, bald black men is probably who you should listen to the most. Bald black drunk men, because you know, whatever, tall guys with PhDs who talk nice to you and all that. I don't think that's it. I don't have a reason to lie to you. You're not gonna give me anything anyways. You know. My Cash App is dry because people pay for lies, not truth. Best case scenario, a watered down version of the truth, perhaps. The lies make you feel good. And you already know the truth, so you need an escape. We need an escape. It's like a drug. Drugs give you an escape, makes you feel good and all that. So I get it. Nobody's really coming out of their wallet to be sober. I mean, shit. Look at me. I don't even, that shit is not even there anymore. I moved it. Look at me. You know. But yeah, the truth, just like sobriety and just like water, it's actually totally free. You don't need anybody to construct it for you. It's just there for the taking. But hardly anybody wants it. It's like the hardest thing to sell. You know, I don't know. Just kind of waffling. As you can see, it's probably hitting a little harder, but whatever. So I'll make it hit even harder. I'll take a piss though. Or whatever. I'll hold it for a little bit. Damn. I think this was pretty much full, right? This was pretty much full when I started. Well, that's fine. Be surprised. You'd be surprised, man. This is just a regular Tuesday. It's literally Tuesday, right? Yeah. No, it's Monday. It's about to be Tuesday. And funny enough, like this, when it turns midnight, and that's like the exact day. Yeah, this is July 16th. It's July 15th right now. Midnight, exact day that my friend killed himself. You know, that's one of the reasons I kind of pushed myself to do a stream. It's like, fuck it. This is kind of like Oh, I guess like a tribute of sorts. Cause man, that kind of threw me, man. That really threw me. But hey, life goes on. He did telegraph that he's going to. He was blackpilled, of course. So we know life sucks. It's probably better to just be dead. So um, so yeah, and he would be here. He'd be in here watching if he was alive. You know, he's been in my comments and in my live streams before. So but yeah. Um, anyway, I should put my glasses back on. I feel like I'm squinting too much, but I don't even know where they are. I lost them. Yeah, it's somewhere nearby. But I don't even feel like moving too much. Anyway, I saw an Asian woman not too long ago. Damn. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Damn. Uh, I just realized how much I've barely gotten into any of this written material. Um, what's that? 2 hours? All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna finish all of this, but it's fine. That sucks, man. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck. It does suck. Yeah. I was like pretty much like the only real friend I had. I just got up to make a coffee. Yeah, we might be here for a while. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought I was way more done than I actually am, but yeah, whatever. Fuck it. As long as the stream is going, I'm good. I'll just finish it, you know. But yeah, probably got a good 2 hours at least, And I gotta take a piss too. But what did he look like? Damn. There's a character from Lost. The fat guy from Lost. The fat dude from Lost with the curly hair. Was he really short? He was a short. He was a short. He was fine. Like as far as looks goes, he was fine. He was just overweight, you know. But he had a lot of mental issues. He was gay, and we know what comes with that. A lot of abuse, very abusive childhood, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, back to this Asian woman. I was like, she was walking, and I'm just like, wow. She's walking her dog or something. I'm like, wow, women don't belong in any kind of authoritative position. This tiny ass dog, and it'll be those are some of the most annoying pedestrians because they're the leash. They stretch the leash across the entire sidewalk or whatever. Like they don't have enough self awareness, you know. And this tiny ass dog is just controlling this woman as if she is the poodle, as if she is the dog. And it just stops in the middle of the sidewalk as I'm trying to pass. She doesn't address me at all. She doesn't address me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the way. She literally looks at the dog and says, "Which way do you want to go?" I'm like, wow, this is people. This is people. This little dog has this kind of authority over you. But like I said, the most incompetent creatures have the most authority. You know. There's a post on Twitter which basically goes down that whole thing of, men love women, women love children, children love dogs and all that. That whole chain or whatever. You know. It's like nobody. I'm a 40-year-old man. It's like all I do is work. Nobody cares about me. Nobody pours into my cup. They just want me to pour into theirs. Blah blah blah. It's like I get it. A lot of us come to that realization in our 30s and 40s and stuff. and it's pretty demoralizing. But what can you do? Just don't buy in. Stop buying into it, and then maybe it'll stop if enough of us do it. You know. But yeah, I gotta pee. I've been drinking too much, so I'll take a break. Like 1 minute, 60 seconds. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably as long as this stream is going smooth, like I can go for another few hours at least. So hey, if you got to go to bed or some shit, hey, just go. It is what it is. You can catch the replay. I'm gonna preserve this stream as much as I can. Imagine being a worker drone for your entire life, your own existence on this earth, and that's how you. This stupid thing is blocking chat, and that's how you went out. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Why? That's again. I always think about my deathbed. That would be like a nightmare for me on my deathbed. Oh, I just worked. Was he really short? Oh yeah, I already covered that. But okay. Yeah, man. Outside, of course. And I bumped into this. Funny enough, the last two people I bumped into was white women, and oblivious cunts. And yeah, seems like I bump into them mostly. I remember this chick was like, "Damn, bruh, slow down," and I was like, "Shut up, shut up before I slap your titties." You know, I saw a girl like catfished. And who was she with? Who do you think? Chad. Surprise, surprise. And that guy, I don't even think he's a real Chad. Like in my estimation, he's kind of just like a ball. Well, not bald. He's kind of just like a blonde white dude who's not short type shit. He does have strong features, but Chad enough, I guess. Chad enough. Um, and it's like to think, man, to think one of my viewers was encouraging me to try to get with her. And it's like, you think I didn't try? Because she was really attractive. She's like, a model or whatever. And I guess my personality is not good enough. Maybe I need a few more showers, I guess. But it's like, can't wash the black off. Can't wash it off. I heard that story of Nobunaga and Yusuke, the black samurai. And apparently they tried to scrub the dirt, quote unquote, dirt off his skin because they never saw black people before. So they thought his skin was dirt. Fun. Fun. Yeah. But yeah, she was with Chad, man. She was with Chad. Do white chicks ever give you looks of interest? Yes. Yeah. I was just talking about that earlier. One of the chicks that was looking at me was white. You know, you kind of have to look for the right signs. Like, she's one of those white chicks who maybe is Jewish. Her hair was all colored. There's certain signs you gotta look for. Like, if she white, if she has tattoos. If she looks dysfunctional in some way, it's probably like, oh, he'll take me. Oh, this black guy will take me. She wasn't ugly. I'll say that she was not ugly at all. Not to me, at least. Certainly. But yeah, they uh, in New York City, that's probably who gives me the most looks of interest. And you'd be surprised at some of them who do. You'd be surprised at some of them who do and how good they look themselves. But like I was saying, it kind of goes into the AFBB, man. Like, women, you do kind of get that vibe to where it's like it feels like a social barrier that's there that she can't cross, right? So she has to cross it clandestinely. I even talk about the she was Serbian. I don't know if people want to count that as white, Serbian and Persian. And she's like, yeah, most white girls
Like black guys.
they're just too scared. But it's like as I kind of get older, I kind of start seeing maybe that is actually a thing. Um, and I'm gonna talk about that more actually, because I actually have some stuff written on that too. If they met your eyes longer than a couple of seconds, that's a good sign. Yeah, I mean, I know the look. I know the look. I know the look to look for and how it looks. There's just a look. There's a look. You just know. You just know. I remember there was a chick that I'm like, damn, like she's giving me the look, and we matched on Tinder. This was years ago. Years ago, we matched like the next day, and I told her, I was like, I saw you, and I saw you looking at me. That was pretty funny. But funny. But yeah. Women have a way of provoking you to want to hit them. Are we banned yet? I don't know. Whatever. Deliberately, a lot of times they do it, and they even use Chad. They use Chad to do it. I've had people. Oh man, I've had girls do that to me. Like they try to use kind of like what I was talking about before. Oh look. I'm with Chad and that kind of shit. It's a stupid cat and mouse game they like to play where they always have plausible deniability. That's why I like seeing it when the guy snaps and he just offs her. He just offs her shit. Oops. Bet you didn't see that coming. Bet you didn't see that one. Oh shit. Now that I mention, now that I realize, damn, I have two Red Bulls in the fridge. I didn't even. Nothing will get you through a stream like a Red Bull, but I'm not even tired, so I guess I don't need it. I literally bought them just to stream. I'm not even tired though, because I'm like active. I'm actively engaged, I guess. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, man. They do stuff that is completely unnecessary, and then they make it up and try to make it seem as though it is necessary. Women, that is. And it's like a child. You kind of have to convince them to that the dumb things they do actually matter, you know? Like they're really a part of the whole process and all that. Esther Villar talked about this. I need to review that book and the central banking book. I have both of those books, and I was gonna get into that later. I might just save that for a live stream in the future, though. I was gonna do at least a few pages on that, though, because like I said, drunkards book club. I do kind of want to start something like that. Drunkards book club. And oh, I probably shouldn't. This is gonna get me banned, probably. But yeah, this is not for YouTube, not at all. Even the manipulated man is pretty questionable. It's wrong think. These are the books that when the communists and the Jews and globalists and all that, when they win, they're gonna burn those books. Those are some of the first books that are gonna get burned. But yeah. So um, but yeah, women try to gaslight. They try to say, "Oh, we wear makeup because we need it. And oh, my makeup costs $300, and my hair, and my this, and my that. So you gotta pay. Like that's kind of how. You don't see the gaslight. You don't see how retarded that is. Oh, my makeup costs money, so you have to take me to a $500 dinner because I had to do makeup for 3 hours. Who asked you? Who asked you to do that? Who asked you to do that? What man is going around asking women to do that? That's the natural competitive process that women chose to participate in. But if the sisterhood code was real, they wouldn't even do that. They wouldn't subject other women to that kind of competition and intensity. It's like, no, you take us as we are. That's the kind of thing they pretend to believe. Apparently not. Apparently not. But yeah, man. Men need inspiration. Men need inspiration. The primary source of this for most men is unfortunately a woman, it seems. And women are way more cynical, it seems. They have no real motivation to do anything. That's why most of them appear to be lazy or absorbed in some sort of selfish pursuit, even in the context of family. But she doesn't even have one unless she consents to having one. And when you peel back the layers of what she's doing, it's solipsistic. So again, it's that dichotomy of the one. I think it's a false dichotomy, but you could argue back and forth. Oh, it's duality, endless duality. But yeah, it's the woman personified as the sun and as the source of light, when she is in reality the source of darkness and despair. And even the word solipsistic itself seems to derive from soul, the Sol, the sun god. And Luna is the moon god, obviously, which is feminine, from ancient Rome. They actually say that there's two sun gods. I mean, I don't. These people just obsess over this stuff. I've been kind of reading about it a little bit. Apparently, there's two sun gods, and there's Sol Invictus, and this is. I think I'm pretty sure this is all Roman, whatever. But it's still practiced in a modern sense because they kind of, to my knowledge, they kind of took paganism and all that stuff and they brought it to Catholicism, and now it's good. It's just an endless web of bullshit, to be honest. But yeah, Luna, the moon god, is obviously feminine, and one of those sun gods has a lot of people know this already, but he has a festival on December 25th, which I'll let you put that together without getting too much into this crap, without you know. But it is interesting though. It is. There's obviously a Luciferian aspect to it as well. So I would never get married, nor should you, man. It's in you this day and age, this day and age. Maybe if you live in the right in the perfect location to do it, where hypergamy is not crazy, and it's like, bro, this no, not in this era, not in this era. The Jesus myth is just the sun dying for 3 days at Christmas and then rising again. Yeah, yep, pretty much. I don't know about 3 days. I think maybe like the winter solstice, and then it goes, and then you go into the spring equinox or whatever, something like that. but but yeah, December 25th is the winter solstice, so it obviously has something to do with that. If you're celebrating the sun god at the end of the sun, again, I'm not the first person to go into that stuff, but yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So I was kind of thinking that women use children to justify their wanton exploitation of everybody around them. But it's like men do the opposite. Men use children to justify their endless servitude to everyone around them. And they're both wrong. And they're both fucked up. And then if you say non-servium, if you say go fuck yourself, yeah, okay. They say you're wrong. It's like, don't you want to be a real man, bro? Slaving away in the hot summer heat. Don't you want? It's 11:39 p.m. and it's hot. Okay, this is a hot night, humid, humid. Do I want to check out a book with really esoteric shit? Sure. You got my email, man. Or you can drop it in the chat and I'll read the name and come back to it later. But yeah, man. You want to be a real man? Building slave factories for Jews and their tenants to live in, so you can go home and support a fat woman and a bunch of kids that probably aren't even yours. At least some of them, type shit. But you want to be a real man, not sit on your ass playing video games all day. Even though that's way more fun and gratifying than anything that we have to offer you. Stop watching porn, man. I don't even watch that, but I don't begrudge anybody who does, especially if it keeps them away from the Matrix, ironically, which is dealing with one of these creatures in real life. It's like, no, but it's like, no, you can't have sexual gratification. You should have to work for that. Unless you're Chad, of course. You should have to go fight, bro. You should go to war. Go to war. like the men in Ukraine, while the women, go on vacation, go to the shopping mall, I heard a funny joke when it came to the man versus bear thing, and I forgot what the person said. I think she said something like, "Oh yeah, somebody said the bear is gonna maul you," and she's like, "What? What does that mean? What does maul mean? Is he gonna take me to the mall?" Oh man, yeah, man. When people really value like that, you don't need to look for approval. You already got it. You already got that blue check. You already got the blue check. It's a priori, as they call it. I see dudes tell men that they should thug max, and sell drugs to get women and all that. Again, you have to fight. You have to get it out the mud. Go to war. Go to prison. Crazy. Type in Book of Wisdom by Type in Book of Wisdom by Harry B. Joseph. Okay. Probably check that out. Yeah. I don't care. I got 4 viewers. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Fuck y'all. Aside from the people who are watching, that's fine. Also, check out Tracy Twyman's books. I think she was killed because of her books. Okay. But yeah, man. I don't know if I've ever seen a conflict. We in this mofo, yeah, that's fine. I don't need much shit. If it was 0 people in here, I'd still be doing this, man. I'd still be doing this. And that was like one of my mission statements. That was one of my goals. I was like, oh, if every single video I do has 0 people, I'm still gonna do it because I don't care. That was like one of my mission statements when I started making content. And it does hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. This is like damn, but it is. I don't live stream. I'm shadow banned to hell. You know, so it's fine. I'm a shut in. I just opened the other one. Oh, that shit just popped. Damn. I didn't realize how much it was shaking up. But that's fine. Anyway, so we're gonna get through this. I didn't even realize how slow I was going. But anyways, I still gotta celebrate my friend too. I gotta go until at least midnight. I'm not gonna stop at midnight, but I gotta keep going because this is partial. This is like largely a dedication to him. You know. Anyway, I never seen a conflict that wasn't over something stupid. I think I talked about this before, but it's like there was a fight. I saw a fight a while ago around here, and it was like a woman, two women, and one of the women took out a taser, and it was like there was like a whole crowd of people, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like drama, you know. And she literally pulled out the taser and started clicking it. Like I was like, "Wow, this is like out of a movie or some shit." And like I guarantee you, that's over some stupid shit. They're probably fighting over Tyrone or something. But then it's like you scale it up to war, and war is also stupid, you know. But then it's like, is it though? I would say the exoteric reason for war is stupid, but the real reason, nah, maybe not so much. You know, it's like they say, war, war. What is it good for? Making Jews richer. That's what it's for. Really, at the end of the day, Illuminati control. Damn. Okay. I'm saying a lot now. I'm saying a lot now. YouTube is gonna ban me. That's fine. I'm on my last strike. I don't care. But yeah, your nail is chipped. That's fine. But yeah, man. As you can see, it's really this happens a lot where I'm like, I just be drinking, and then I just start kind of cooling down, like start going mad slow and shit. But yeah, there was this dude that he started going crazy because he is a diamond dude. He's a diamond seller or something like that. He started just going crazy because people were talking about, oh, you sell blood diamonds, blah blah blah, and he's like, just literally just raging. He's like a Jewish dude in the diamond district that sells diamonds, and he just started flipping on these people. And it's the one of the guys that was exposing him, like the main guy, he kind of did talk about that. We all know it, of course, but he's talking about how like, yeah, that is something they do. They destabilize countries on purpose so they can drive the cost of labor down and all this other stuff, and so they can take the resources and they can use the native population to harvest this stuff and to mine and the diamonds and the gold and all that. And it's fucked up. And just to see this dude's reaction, the way he reacted to it is like you're kind of just confirming everything he's saying by being this emotional about it, you know. And there's a TikToker. His name is Sewer Rat. Sewer Rat. I'm pretty sure he's being tongue in cheek with that. So I've been kind of like looking into it here and there. It's pretty interesting stuff. Sad, but the whole world is sad at this point. You know, it's all sad. Wars, destabilization. It's like, damn, it's all fucked. you know. But big wars means less male competition, more women, less men, better for me. Machiavellian speaking. Yeah, I have something. I have something on that too. I literally have something on that too. Um, I've talked about it before, but there's this author who has a I can't remember who. He has a book about how war is really just a function of the sexual frustration of men. And I was gonna talk about like how there would be no wars if women just dated their looks match. Think about it. Somebody needs to make a meme of that, like this ultra futuristic society if women dated their looks match. That's if you think about it, monogamy and just like that kind of. Imagine you could guarantee that for all men with their looks match, at least or above. But again, it's a tragedy of the commons. Just like you might have this tribe over here who burns down all the trees, and then so they can use the wood, and then it's like, but then nobody has trees, and everybody dies. It's like most people are gonna focus on long, not long, but short term gains. You can get long term gains out of short term gains, but it does seem like we've almost been trained to focus mostly on short term gains, especially certain populations of people. But yeah, there's like three mosquitoes in here right now, but I'm not really getting bit. Like I said, they want to watch the stream apparently, so I'll stream for the mosquitoes. uh, okay. These women are not salvageable. They're just not. I don't see it. I really don't see it. Aside from those young ones who still have hymens and shit, hymen havers, but even they are just whores in waiting, whores in training, waiting to be onboarded onto the cock carousel. Women don't know when to cash out of the casino. They want you to cash them outside. Probably most people probably won't get that. They want you to cash them outside. They're streetwalkers. Long story short. Long story short. So it's mad hot. But yeah, bad baby got beat up by her black boyfriend. Say that 5 times fast. Say that. And she got she stayed with the guy, and everybody's like, you guys don't understand why women stay with abusive men. Because it's exciting. It's fun. They know they don't like stability. They like that. They like the chaos and the drama they love that shit. You gotta have a little Diddy in you, man. You gotta have a little Diddy in you, or else she's not gonna be turned on like that. That's just how it works. It's unfortunate, but it's true. It's unfortunate, but true. So, yeah. Sometimes I think you either have to do that or just be a cuck. It's only you only get to be one of the two extremes. The word cuckold comes from cuckoo bird or cuckoo or whatever. And raising raising kids that aren't yours is literally for the birds. Literally. So why would any man do that? Even the bed was shaking. Oh, wrong bottle. Wrong bottle. My bad. But yeah. It's entitled Broke Women and Prostitutes Were the Most Entitled. That's who's the most worried about a coffee date. That's who's insecure. I can say that the 2 or 3 coffee dates I've been on, if not more, those are probably like the highest class women I've ever been out with. Women who really got it like that. They're not entitled to money because they probably come from money anyways. So that's number one. Even if they don't, if like they know they're attractive enough that they're going to get it anyways, and they know they're going to get the money eventually, if not right away. Getting men. That's the easy part, is getting men to spend a bunch of money on them for the women who really got it like that. You know, pleasant, attractive women from age 18 to 28. They don't care about coffee dates. And they're also not in the beta bucks stage of their life to where you need to guarantee. They need guarantors and guarantees, and they already got it. There's like a self assuredness there. You know, it's the women who are scrambling, trying to hit the buzzer beater, as they call it. Not having a wife and kids, I feel so free. It's a blessing to be black pilled about women. Yep. Yep. I don't even. Nothing to say. Nothing to say. It's sad that that's a blessing now. It always was, I guess. It always was. Even H.L. Mencken said that the man who avoids marriage is ideally never gets married. But he certainly avoid the wise man avoids it for as long as possible. Something like that. And the woman does the exact opposite. She gets married as soon as possible. So yeah, marriage for women is just good business. Like it's just good business. But yep. A great thing about the coffee date is that it's low pressure. Low pressure. We live in a society where most women are ill-equipped to deal with any kind of pressure, it seems. And that's the reason most of them are hooking up, because they can't really handle a full relationship, much less marriage. Most, not necessarily all. And it does vary depending on like what stage of life she's in and all that stuff. That's just common sense. We all know that. So, yeah. I'm the last child of many. Last child of many. Funny enough, I'm the only one born in wedlock, and yet I'm the biggest bastard out of all of them. That's funny. Ironic, really. But I don't know why I had that there. Like, why was that even there? Sometimes that happens. That has nothing to do with what I just said, but actually, yeah, it kind of does. Marriage. I was talking about marriage. Yeah, but but yeah, we can get back to Donald Trump. Yeah, and I've talked about this before. Andrew Tate. Like a lot of things, he talked about it too, but I talked about it before he came on the scene, and which is not to flex, but it's like it's. I just think that's interesting. Like, yeah, I was talking about. I don't know if you necessarily got it from me. Okay, fine. I got 6 viewers live, so maybe not, but whatever. Nothing's impossible. But yeah, the first step is they assassinate your character. They set you up. You go to jail, and then finally they kill you. and the efficacy of each step is increased with succession, but the difficulty of pulling it off is probably more increased as well. So it's like if they can't assassinate your character, they move to the next stage. If that doesn't work, next stage, and hopefully they can get you out with minimal effort, take you out of the game or whatever. It's kind of like chess, really, if you think about it. And unfortunately, this is the way the world works. Human beings are evil, sick, and demonic creatures. Just put that on the camera again. And, but it's like, it's not like the natural world is any less brutal. So it's just more honest, kind of, but not really. Plenty of animals have evolutionary strategies which necessitate deception. I was just kind of talking about that with the cuckoo bird and all that. They call it brood parasitism. You can look that up if you're interested in animals and all that stuff. But I swear I'm not as tired as I look. It's like because I just have something to do. I probably look so tired right now because that alcohol is hitting. But apparently, 14% of people they actually get more energy when they drink. I'm kind of feeling that right now. So I don't know. It's like it's supposed to be like a genetic quirk or something. But anyway, especially beer and shit. But yeah, character assassination probably doesn't work if you have the right genetics and if people actually like you. So there's that. But then they get you into legal trouble, and that's where the like those infamous blackmail rings start to come into play, and because it's an insurance policy, so it's like, oh, we have a video of you raping a kid or whatever, and that's why they say Trump stays so clean because not only did his brother die of alcoholism, but his gay Jewish mentor Roy Cohn was allegedly blackmailed in the sort of like a Diddy sort of way with the drugs, the sex, and the HIV and all that sort of shit. You know, damn, these mosquitoes are getting mad. Oh shit, did I just kill it? I think I might have just clipped the wing or something. I don't know. Getting a little bit too comfortable there. But damn, there's at least two of them. But whatever. I'll kill them later when I when I get around to it. No way. I'd take the mosquitoes over closing the window and letting all that and just like retaining all the heat in here. It really is that hot of a night. It really is. But so yeah. Yeah, he was allegedly blackmailed with all the drugs, sex, HIV, all that crap, as I said. Donald Trump's mentor, allegedly. But yeah, they tried character assassination. Too many people like him, even overseas. The legal fuckery doesn't seem to be working. And it goes back to like, okay, even if they can lock him up, his supporters will go ape shit. So it's like, if appearances are to be believed, now they're in the final stage where it's like, all right, we just need to flat out get rid of him type shit. Maybe. And I have a recent video talking about the potentiality of Trump being taken out. I've talked about it at least a few times over the years, like a lot of people have, because we realize that's a real possibility. Most people probably don't even consider that. So, because they don't know that the world is just age, and most of us aren't important to the play, not important at all. I know it might hurt to admit that, but it's true. You know. Best case scenario, you're the guy in the background of Deuce Bigelow movie. Like, that's a huge bitch. And that was my favorite movie as a kid. And that's the one line that you get. That's the one line you get the entire movie because the whole world is a stage. And most of us are just extras. You heard it here first. That's an original. The world is a stage. Most of us are extras. We're literal NPCs. I don't know if I go that far. We look like NPCs. That's the thing. I would say we look like NPCs. But just like a video game where, like Hitman or something, where part of the game is to blend in with the NPCs as best as you can so that you can do what you need to do, which in the case of Hitman is to like kill somebody or whatever. um so yeah, but most of us aren't important to the play, if we're being honest. Trump got shot. I've been saying for years that man is the first black president, but whatever. No one cares. This is one of the reasons I kind of just stopped making content. I realized, like, yo, it's all about genetics, man. No one cares. Like, the hell? Take a drink on that, or I'll at least get it ready. Um, Chad. It's like they say, Chad can literally stare at the screen and get millions of views. It's over, man. It's over. It's ogre. It's Joe. It's Jover. It's Joe Biden. Over. Jover. But yeah. I think out of all of his sons, Barron Trump is probably most likely to be the future president because he's young. He's 6'9". He could be in the NBA, but that's a low class job.
No, it's not. They make millions of dollars. That's not. That's not a local.
It is. That's how new money and non money. That's what new money and non money will say. That's not a low class job. Damn it. It's like, bro, there's levels to it, man. Old money doesn't think like that. Old money wants to own the team, not play on the fucking team. And then it's like he's autistic. By the time Barron Trump is running for president, possibly 90% of the of the population will be autistic. So that's a plus. Assuming America even lasts that long as a country. But damn, 90% autistic. I don't know if that's a plus. That might be a little bit too crazy. Or not even crazy, but just a little bit too orderly, if anything. Like Singapore or some shit. Some Asian country. Yeah, we'll see more Baron. Yeah, I just saw, especially since I've always thought this about him, but it's like, especially since like once I saw that clip of him like waving, like doing this, and he's just like waving to the people. Hello, he's doing this, the bougie. He's doing the bougie way. Like, oh boy, they're setting this boy up. It's like, all right, your father isn't gonna live forever, Baron. Donald Trump Jr., his hair is black and his shoulders are too squished in. He has no shoulders. He doesn't have shoulders. Eric Trump doesn't have the charisma. It's you, Baron. It's all on you. Donald Trump Jr. frame is worse than mine. I'm sorry to say, but hey, look at his Rumble. Watch his Rumble channel. His frame is worse than. You see my frame? His frame is worse than this. But anyway. And he has black hair. Well, white people care about that kind of shit. I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't think he even has blue eyes, like the blue eyes that they covet so much. That everybody does, but with them it's different. Because that's kind of like the only way you can separate yourself from the others, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, man. The world's a stage. Not everybody gets to be Will Smith. You don't even get to see what's in Will Smith's script. You can't be Tom Cruise. You're an extra. You're an extra. You don't need to know what the director's vision for the movie is. You just need to walk in at 1 hour and exactly 1 minute and say, that's a huge bitch. Because that's what life is. Life's a bitch. And then you die. I should drink on that. I should. Trump Jr. looks borderline ethnic. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, he looks like, yeah. Again, when you're looking at the white hierarchy or whatever, it's like, yeah. Especially. You know, most people are NPCs and they need a script. They need a script just like the video game. That's literally what it's called. That's what the code for the NPC is called, is a script. A script, AI, like Python script or whatever. Um, Even in some video games, it's like they have more awareness than the average person does in real life. They actually move. They actually move when they see you walking in the video game. You know how crazy that is? Like when I was playing Watch Dogs 2 and what's the other one? Sleeping Dogs, Yakuza, the Yakuza series. And it's like you're walking and the people actually even running, like running, even driving. But I mean, they can driving. Okay, we get it. You're driving from behind somebody, but it's like when you're driving from behind somebody, I don't know. The cars move. The cars move. But maybe I think only certain cars in the game, um, like the police cars and stuff like that, are programmed to where they actually move. But yeah, yeah, man. But it's like the NPCs just have more awareness than real people. In real life, they also have their head on a swivel, just like an NPC. But the swivel is programmed in the game to direct the NPC's head to the main character. And I get that in real life. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'm definitely not, but maybe it might be only a few people in general. I wouldn't have the audacity to say that I'm the main character. I don't like when people do that. But I do get that. Gamers know what I mean. The other characters in the game have like this uncanny valley sort of moment where it's like it breaks immersion because you can see the character's head is programmed to always look at the player character. So you just start moving around erratically just to watch and see how they move and how they respond to you and how their heads will contort and move just to stay locked onto you. It's like you're controlling the NPC's head directly. But it is direct. It's indirect, but it is direct because it's programmed. It's literally programmed. I get the Truman Show paranoia. Yeah, I need to watch that movie. Thank you for reminding me. I actually do. I really need to watch that movie because I hear references to that all the time, but I've never actually seen it. Um, Especially from beginning to end. I need to watch that, and I need to watch Killers of the Flower Moon too. But that movie is long. I don't know, and I pretty much know what happens already. So because the world is a stage. That's why. You know, the area where the military operations take place is called the theater of war. Any group of combatants is referred to as a host because the world is a stage. Ronald Reagan allegedly had an attempt on his life. Ronald Reagan was literally an actor. Trump was a reality TV star at some point. Reality, quote unquote. Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, was apparently an actor as well. He played the piano with his penis. He made some sort of joke like that during this American Idol style show. They say the CIA killed JFK. You really can't do anything if these people decide to kill you. But that makes things easy, actually, because now you can do whatever you want because you know you can't control that. Only way to even pretend to control that is to roll over and submit. And who the hell would want to live like that? You might as well be dead at that point. I came to the conclusion that for the powers that be, it really wouldn't make sense to get rid of Trump. I made a video about that, sort of, where I kind of talked about this. But I guess we'll see. It does seem like Trump is cooperative on all the stuff that really seems to matter, such as Israel, the vaccine, the big globalist Jew agendas, LGBT, even LGBT and abortion and all that. He's cooperative enough. I haven't really seen Trump come down too hard on that. So in a way, he's like the ultimate appeaser of the conservative masses, as long as you can keep him within certain confines. The magic circle, as I call it. The real powers of the world don't seem to want a strong America. And maybe that's what gets Trump in trouble. I don't know. You know, even with a lot of the normies, seems to get him in trouble. Because they're just, like parrots for the overall agenda. But it seems like that's what the president's job is, which is why we have to switch presidents so frequently. Ever since FDR, they made that rule. Oh, you can only do 2 terms. You know, the president is a lightning rod that absorbs the frustrations of the public. Even though in the grand scheme of things, the president doesn't have much power. He doesn't control his own schedule. Not really. Trump is probably one of those presidents that shows the most autonomy. And, and that's probably another reason he's seen as problematic. So shout out to the to the 3 people who are in here. Damn. Yes. This is a marathon street. Yeah, this is a marathon street, man. But it should be wrapping up soon. I think. I don't know. I'll have to check. Because I'm really trying to just get through it at this point. I don't want to keep people too long, but I haven't done this in a while. I don't do it often, and I have energy for whatever reason. So, I had 2 Red Bulls. I still have those 2 Red Bulls in the fridge. I literally brought them just to drink them, so I can stay awake. But whatever. I also knew this was gonna happen too. Like, as soon as I start streaming, I'm just gonna have unlimited energy all of a sudden. But yeah, it happens. Whatever. You can always catch the replay. Got mosquitoes biting me and shit. But I'm gonna see how much more I got here. Oh, okay. It's not too much more. Maybe like half an hour. Half an hour at most, depending on how fast I choose to go through all this. Yeah. I'm chilling, dude. Browsing the internet and listening to you. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. I mean, hey, I'm happy I even got 3 listeners. Everybody else is gonna have to catch the replay. But yeah, this is like a truck driver type thing. On the long haul, driving my truck down I-95. I Gotta deliver these Milano cookies to Walmart. But yeah, this country is done. Let's look at the kids, man. Let's look at the kids. College in America is probably representative of anomie, as I talk about ANOMIE. It's the first time they have freedom. They're young, they're dumb, they're full of cum. A rudderless ship, miserable. The structure of actually having to go to class and all that is somewhat of a destabilizing. Well, there's a juxtaposition there, but it's a stabilizing force. But it's often completely overcome by the chaos of hookup culture and all that stuff. A lot of these kids seem miserable as hell to me once you get past that veneer of bullshit that they put up. So young people are being sacrificed as always. Adrenochrome. They try to agitate you as much as possible because they want to harvest all your blood and all that shit. That's why it's important to stay zen and stay calm. Simply remove yourself from any situation that is agitating. Because if you might find that you're being set up for a sacrifice of some kind. It doesn't have to be flat out murder. It could just be psychological parasitism. So you should just leave. A lot of people have been doing this in one way or another. I just saw this video with the neurosurgeon, and he's like, yeah, I just quit my job to live in the mountains with my wife and my dog because my job doesn't really help people. It's just industry, and it's corrupt. And his wife supported him. I assume she's Asian because he's an Asian guy. The most married demographic for a reason, I guess. I don't think many women would support their man in a situation like that. Quitting your job as a neurosurgeon. I mean, if she's the one who told him to quit, apparently, he kind of just, because he was stressed out, he kind of downgraded. He said, all right, I'll just do part-time because I'm the only one making money right now. And she's like, no, just quit. So I'm like, yo, I got to see his wife because I don't know. I question I question if there's a woman that's actually that devoted to where you could just, oh, just quit your job. It's fine. And a lot of people are just out here Kaczynski maxing, man. Ted Kaczynski maxing. The Great Awakening. Ted Kaczynski said he had pretty much everything he needed in the mountains. I think he wanted to say that he needed a woman, maybe more than one. I don't know, but a lot of these guys have women and they're doing this, and a lot of guys have bad women, like the guy who went viral at the airport, who was just had his woman yelling at him and shit. That was fucked up. But I've been there. A lot of us have been there. A lot of us have been in that exact situation. I didn't say anything because it's like the entire time she's having a quote unquote manic episode. I kind of talked about that. Just being a bitch, really. And I hate that they came up with this verbose language around it. I'm not saying a single word. I'm holding frame, as they say. Eventually, I decide I had enough and I just leave. Cluster B personalities are demons in human flesh, and they should be shot on sight. No, I'm not joking. Holy shit. That mosquito. Damn, I could see the blood in the mosquito. Holy fuck. That was a red mosquito. That mosquito is feasting. I wonder if that's an injection from Bill Gates. Here's your non-consensual vaccination. I talked about that. That is a thing. Look it up. It's over. It's over. Can't even avoid the mosquitoes. But yeah. So then I leave. She starts crying. And from what I heard, people are like, oh my God, are you okay? This is what con artist women are. After going through this quote unquote manic episode, no more than a few hours later, she's laughing with me about it, ready to suck me off and all this shit. Men do not black pill men. The internet does not black pill men. Women black pill men. And they red pill men too. There's a saying that there's nothing more dangerous than a white woman's tears. And that's why I don't like white women. All women, but especially them. Because what happens when you give people that kind of power? It's a loaded gun. They're going to point the gun at you eventually. It's just a matter of time. All it takes is one bad day. Maybe she's in a bad mood, which is guaranteed to happen with females eventually, and she points that gun right at you. Of course, women are totally incapable of introspection, so she's not going to self-correct or anything. She's pointing that gun right at you because you're an easy target. I have a lot of experience with this kind of thing throughout my life, whether it's a woman or some bitch-brained male or whatever. Ted Kaczynski going into the woods was just self-preservation. He was pushed into the woods. If society actually had a place for him, he would have stayed. Period. Truck drivers, loners, serial killers. The FBI said that there's like hundreds of truck driver serial killers out there. I don't know if they mean historically or like right now at this minute. And they engage in some real sick shit. The truck driver life is like the perfect cocktail of a loner who's moving around by himself, has privacy, access to a bunch of prostitutes. Something's gonna happen. There was a good stream about that too by True Crime Daily about that whole truck driver thing. Apparently, these guys don't necessarily go into it thinking that, oh, I'm going to be a killer. But again, it's that perfect cocktail just waiting to kind of just unlocks a lot of dormant parts of their psychology, I guess. That's what the guy was kind of talking about. But yeah, I thought the neurosurgeon video was a good example of Asian autism and just like the belief in meritocracy. There was a point where he was like, I thought if I just do the surgery right, then everything would be cool. A lot of Asians seems to think like this, and in like this super technical, hyper civilized sort of way. But that takes away from your social life and your spiritual life, which is at least as important, if not more so. And he realized his patients just needed to eat right and live right and they be healthy. A realization a lot of people come to. That's why I don't like the trust the science bullshit. I don't like that because we don't know everything. All we can do is what works for us or the individual. People will tell me that what's best for me personally is to get a job. And it's like I already tried that multiple times. Didn't work. So now what? Eventually I have to stop trying this bullshit because it doesn't work. So science, even if practiced perfectly, cannot account for the eternal chaos of the unknown. That's why you have to use your spiritual intuition, what some people might call God or like the voice of God or whatever. But yeah, anyway, his name is Gooby and Dooby. Goofy shit. Gooby and Dooby on YouTube if you want to look him up. You know, you could just look up neurosurgeon quits. He'll probably pop up. He's gone super viral. So I don't know. I kind of question that, like, part of the agenda. So I'm like an ultra conspiracy theorist in that sense. I question every fucking thing, everything. Can't trust shit. Not in this world. But yeah. Someone I follow on Twitter was like, the real world operates on merit, and the internet is just popular. Oh shit, this shit came right on my screen. Okay, now you're getting too cocky. Yeah, still can't kill it. I don't want to smash my screen, obviously. He's like, yeah, the real world operates on merit, and the internet is a popularity contest. But it's like, come on, man. OnlyFans girls are making more money than doctors. Ironically, you could probably say that the real world operates on merit, but the real world is spiritual, though. The hero's journey, you know, incompetent people, OnlyFans bitches, they being the quintessential example of people who don't seem to be happy. Maybe you need to feel like you're actually good at something in order to be really happy. Maybe you need to feel like you've trumped or triumphed. I mean, that's what Trump's name means, supposedly. Being good at sucking cock on camera, I don't know if that's something people truly feel good about, because any chick can do that. And then it's like literally the day after Trump got shot, this guy was complaining about how the leader of his security detail was a woman. He's like, how did she get that job? Unfortunate thing about women. There's no journey to overcome. They just get shit handed to them like the path. It's funny. I just heard there's a big red pill podcast that literally the day after I went into my hero's journey rant again, because I've been talking about that for years. I made memes about it and everything. Literally the day after, major red pill podcast started out of nowhere, just mentioning the hero's journey and women don't have the hero's journey. And I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. Coincidence? I don't know. It seems crazy because I only have 3 viewers, but I'm telling you, I've seen that a lot over my time making content. You know, but yeah, there's no real path for women. The hero's journey for a woman is to resist the endless temptations of the world and to retain her virtue, which is chastity, pretty much. I mean, come on, we already know. Delayed gratification. But they're jealous because men don't have to be that way. We actually get to be outside. Notice how everybody's glorifying that. We outside, we outside. The fuck up. But so yeah, they try to compete. But you can never be a man, so you fail automatically. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. There's even this influencer named B Simone, and she's like, I don't want to lose my heart. I don't want to lose my ability to love. She's kind of like on that kind of stuff. She's just crying, and it's like, yeah, that's sad, but it's almost like you realize it too late. A woman's journey is to lay on her back with her legs spread. That's it. Yeah, more or less, you could argue that for sure. I'm just chilling, dude. Oh, I already read that one. The Hawk Tua, that Hawk Tua girl, we all know about her, right? She's almost guaranteed to be somebody's mom and grandma someday. And that will be the secret, not so secret, of that family. That's the ultimate intrigue. It's like, oh, grandma went mega viral on the internet back in the day when we used to call it the internet. It's like, oh, really? What for? She's talking about her prowess in the art of fellatio. What's fellatio, mom? Sucking dick. Sucking dick, you little fuck. Now go eat your synthetic chicken nuggets. Ugh. We might unfortunately live to see the age of grandmas on OnlyFans. I hate to say it, but hey. And it's like there's already super old women on there, like fetishists or whatever. But I mean, like the woman who was young and she got old on OnlyFans. I mean that. And then she got old. She had kids while on OnlyFans, grandkids, probably still while on OnlyFans. You know, the age is normalized. Every kid in the class is gonna have a female family member doing some kind of sex work openly, publicly, that kind of thing. It used to be where that stuff was not out in the open like that, but now, I mean, shut. So your grandma was a hoe, right? Yeah, that's how Nana lost all her teeth. Sucking too much dick, baby. Hawk to a girl is probably already a millionaire. Yeah, look at. She got 30. Did she get like 30K for like judging us? a swimsuit concert or something. I got 3 viewers at 12:34 a.m. This world is a joke, but it's all right. I'm gonna keep laughing. I'm gonna laugh with the joke, but there will come a time where you're not laughing either. There will come a time where you're not laughing, and I'm gonna keep laughing through that too. You see how I can laugh through my own suffering? What do you think I'll laugh? What do you think will happen when you start suffering, normies? But anyway, yeah, man, yeah, man. Grandma OnlyFans. It's the only memory we have of her. Is her getting railed by Tyrone on OnlyFans. It's the only way we can see her again. Gone are the days of your parents telling you stories and shit. I remember that. Where you have to envision. You have to envision the story in your head with the imagination of a child. You know, I remember that shit, man. I remember that shit. And man. And your grandma leaves out the part. She leaves out the part where she was sucking cock. We don't need that. Kids don't need to hear that shit. That's powerful because it fills the child's head with wonder and awe. It's amazing. To me, like a Disney movie. But yeah, I just need some drugs, man. Anybody in the New York City area want to do some drugs, kid? Yeah, I swear I'm not a fed. I'm not. How can I prove it? I mean, just check my computer, man. Check my computer. There's no child pornography on there. You know, unless they planted it, they do that. They plant that. They plant drugs. They do that. AI. I mean, God, that's scary. How they can forge stuff. But yeah, I can't get laid, man. So I got to do something. Something's got to give. Something's got to give, Karen, guys. I mean, hello. Put on that gay white man voice. But yeah, I'd rather pay for drugs than sex. And I'm not joking. I am not joking one bit. I could, if I was more sociable, I could literally walk 2 minutes right now. No more than 2 minutes. Like, hey guys, to like the Skid Row of the neighborhood or whatever. But yeah, man. All right, I got probably got like I probably got like a good 10 minutes left of written material, and then I am gonna take another break. I gotta use the bathroom. I've been drinking, as you can see. But I probably got like a good 15 minutes for those of you who want to hold it out. I know how I am when I watch streams. You want to just you just hold on for dear life. Oh, I'm gonna make it to the end of the stream. Do you support universal legalized prostitution? That's a hard question. That actually is a really hard question. Laugh into the void, boy. Oh yeah, of course. Ride the tiger. Prostitution. Mm, I'm gonna say yes. I'm leaning towards yes because we can avoid stuff like that. That's probably a dead prostitute right there because it's illegal. No. They say the government just wants their cut from prostitution, but I also think we live in a gynocentric society, and if you look at America, what they've done is that they've criminalized it for men, but they've legalized it for women. So women aren't really getting in trouble for it, even though it's illegal for them too, technically. The law is mostly like that. That law is mostly directed. The laws are mostly directed to prosecute men. It seems. So it's a way of empowering women, but at the expense of men. Would I legalize it? Probably yes. Probably yes, because it's gonna happen. It's one of those things where it's like it's gonna happen anyways, and it will give a lot of subchads the opportunity to experience what they can't get, and that will boost their confidence, and that will make them deal with women differently and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, will it? Would it though? Because I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of question marks around that question that it's hard to really answer. There's a lot of variables and stuff like that. But if I could give an executive order to ban it or to make it legal, I'd probably just make it legal. I'd probably just make it legal. If you ban it, it's like, yeah, you probably encourage women to be housewives, and and to basically do it like do the same thing, do prostitution, but do it the right way, which is like marriage. But it's like I'm not totally in favor of that either, because at the end of the day, it's like I guess I'm fundamentally a libertarian, and I think people even women should have the freedom to do fundamentally like what they really want to do with their lives, even if it's kind of like absolutist. Like I'm an absolutist to the point where it's like even if it's bad, it's like damn, you should still probably have the right to do it though. So that's kind of my stance on it. I probably just make it legal if I had to do an executive order to ban it or just to allow it. So, and again, it's kind of cynical because it's like it's just gonna happen anyway. That's kind of the stance that I'm taking on it. I think it would be the stop to this apocalypse. Yeah, but also you could argue the opposite. You could say, oh, if you ban it, it would be the stop too, because then women would, they would do the same thing, do it the right way, which is like being married and all that stuff, maybe. But I don't know. Pandora's box is open, so it's probably better to just open it all the way up instead of trying to close it. you know, Pandora's box, like the solution to Pandora's box is that you just keep going. You just go to the bottom. You go to the very, 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 very. You just keep going, 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 going down the box, and then eventually, like, there's light at the bottom, and oh, everything is great now because you were supposed to just keep going, just keep pushing, 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 and then eventually things will revert and come back to like normal and be good and you'll enter a golden age and all that stuff. But yeah, that's a tough question still. I think it's still a tough question worth considering. I'll probably talk about that more in depth later in some later video or something. But yeah, I'm gonna take a piss and then I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll probably wrap this up around 1 a.m. But anyways, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I want to talk about that in maybe a future video. That whole, I think that deserves more in depth coverage. That whole, should prostitution be legal? It is actually. I mean, in many ways, you could argue it is. But anyways, I'll save that for later. But yeah, man, drugs. Technically, drugs are legal too, but because it's the cheat code of life, man. The game of life sucks. A lot of us do not enjoy the simulation whatsoever. But hey, at least you have cheats. You have cheats enabled when you do drugs, and you can enjoy the game, kind of. You know, of course, the game still sucks ass, but now you have infinite ammo. Now you have God mode enabled. You know, but yeah, maybe I need to go to South America or something, like a lot of guys will say. I mean, my first name is Amerindian, I think, like the indigenous South Americans. And I think it translates to multiple languages, but I don't really know what it means or what the intent behind it was. If I'm a betting man, it probably has something to do with water. Yeah, unfortunately, the only person who can really confirm or say for sure is dead. You know, because my dad is the one who named me, and he died a long time ago. But I know my middle name translates to like sun god or sun disk or something. And as far as I know, my last name is Bell or Clock Tower, something like that. Yeah, names are crazy to me because I was just thinking about that too. I think a lot, if you guys haven't noticed. Nothing else to do. Shit. So yeah, I gotta dump all my intellectual baggage somewhere. Might as well do it here on the internet. Um, yeah. But yeah, speaking of crazy names, there's this guy on TikTok called Fullestness. Full as in the glass is half full. Fullestness. And he's an interesting character to me. That's the guy I was talking about earlier. That I'm like, there's a guy that I relate to a lot, actually. You know, he's a homeless black dude with 300K followers. I think he's based. He has over 300K. He's based, but he has like he had. I don't know if his girl supposedly left him, and he's like she's gonna come back. I thought the same thing. Like she'll be back. And they lived in a tent. Like they went viral because they live in a storage unit, and they got kicked out of the storage unit. And you know, his girlfriend kind of looks like my ex. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My ex was a little slimmer, depending on how tall she is. But you know, like the nice fat girl, the nice quiet fat girl that doesn't talk too much, but she's probably like a demon in reality. Only thing is, my ex was spoiled, and she was like, my ex wouldn't have lived in a tent with me. I don't think she would have, at least. But but yeah, interesting stuff. Women are playing the game of life with a list of cheat codes, while we play a no death allowed run with no saves on nightmare mode. Now, if you know Resident Evil, it's like you know the knife run, knife only, knife only on the hardest difficulty. Women have infinite ammo. They start with the grenade launcher with all the most powerful weapons, the dual Lugers, the dual Lugers from Resident Evil Code Veronica. Yeah, that's it, man. We have a knife only. You have to defeat Nemesis with only a knife. Good luck. Good luck. And it's still easier. That is still easier than real life. It's over. But yeah, I was just thinking about that foolishness, dude. He's an inspiration to me. You know, they live in a tent in the woods, or he does, and yeah. It seems like the reason that chick left him is probably the same reason a lot of chicks leave black dudes, because it's like they get bullied for it, you know, subtly, sometimes openly. If you go on the female's account, she shows some hate mail that she gets that's like, "Why are you with him? He's broke. You're only with him because you're fat. You can't do better. Burn the coal, pay the toll." apparently, apparently the woman who wrote something like that was like she's like married. She's like a kept woman, but she kind of kept uh the other girl was kind of throwing jazz back at her like, okay, you're married and you're so happy or whatever. So why are you harassing me like this? Clearly, you know. I was just thinking like, yo, she's bored. You know, she's bored and she's low key. She's low key jealous. She low key wish she had the excitement of like and the clout, certainly the clout of dating a homeless dude with 300K followers plus, and he's kind of like, you know, quote unquote crazy to the rest of the world and all that. So yeah, when you think about it, that dude is doing the same thing as Ted Kaczynski, but he's just doing it while being black and while having a girlfriend, which apparently that's a no-no. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Dating us Negroes, it's not for the faint of heart, man. It's really not. That's why probably most girls don't really do it, or they don't really want to do it. You know, you certainly gotta have like a lot. The way the average man has to have his stuff together, quote unquote stuff together. They always say stuff, make it sound like this: money, status, looks. Um, yeah, you have to be like the Rock, that she can be crazy and like the Rock in the sea, so the waves can crash. The waves can crash on the Rock over and over again. But yeah, it's not for the faint of heart because you know damn well niggas ain't supposed to be getting no pussy. According to seems the way the world operates, especially if it's good. Look up plant based bee on Twitter. I hope I got that right. They attack that woman every single time she posts. She could post her breakfast, right? She could post like an egg. I'm having scrambled eggs with toast today. Cold burner! You're a cold burner. You're gonna pay the toll. You're gonna be a single mother. Twitter is fucking hilarious with that racist shit, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I'll be racist right back. I'll be like, white people is the devil. You just mad you ain't got no BBC. I'll be trolling on there too. I might reveal my Twitter account someday. Mudshark is a particular, yeah, exactly. Mudshark coal burner. Yeah. And then you got the black guys. Black guys are copying that shit. Chalk, they call it chalk eater. Eat the chalk, take the walk. You're not black anymore. Twitter is such a shit show. This is a bunch of normies flinging shit at each other. It's so easy to troll now on Twitter. It's so easy, bro. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna call it X. They're supposed to be maybe switching the name back to Twitter. Elon Musk is a nerd, in a bad way, bad kind of nerd. He's the nerd with power. And he's like, I'm gonna take my vengeance on the world now. I'm gonna be racist now. I hate niggers. Oh man, I'm gonna have 10 more kids. He has like 10 kids. Crazy. But he wore that suit. He wore the shit is literally called Lucifer's Champion. But hey, I'm crazy, right? We're the crazy conspiracy theorists. This dude is literally wearing a Halloween costume called Lucifer's Champion. But we're the crazy ones, right? And just for the record, no, I'm not a Freemason. But whatever. Oh shit, they're gonna really get me for that one, huh? Maybe, as a matter of fact, let me show that just in case. I don't know if you can see it, but so YouTube doesn't ban me. Yes, I am. I am a traveling man. Are you a traveling man? I travel from east to west and west to east. uh, but anyway, uh, yeah, man. They attacked that woman, and then people say, "Oh, the internet is not real. The internet is realer than real life. The internet, people can say the things on the internet that they're afraid to say in real life. The internet is realer than real life. What are you talking about? It's integrated with real life, and as a matter of fact, I talked about this before. But nobody wants black babies, man. Nobody wants black grandkids, and yes, that includes black people. Unfortunately, they know those kids are gonna be treated like shit. It's like even Chris Rock had the joke about the Steph Curry baby versus the Draymond Green baby. Am I one of those people? No, but that's ironically that's one of the reasons I'm so comfortable saying this stuff because I know I'm not like that. It doesn't trigger anything in me to talk like that. Prince Hall Freemasons, yeah, most likely. Those black Freemasons are always the ones that are like the black Freemason will have a cap, a ring. He'll have a bumper sticker on his car. He'll have a T-shirt. It's like, bro, just chill out with that shit, man. Eat the mayo, take the KO. I like that one. That's funny. Um, yeah, man. Normies can lie all they want. I don't care. Every black person on earth knows that lighter skinned babies get treated better. They get fawned over more because, and normies get mad because they know that's what they themselves do, and they give you pushback when you dare to talk about it. Cause they start calling you a coon and all that shit. They did it to me on one of my earliest videos about how looks maxing is bullshit. You know, it's like those are the same black people telling you to go work for the white man. Meanwhile, Jews are telling their kids to start businesses. You know, those are the same black people. Oh shit!